Welcome back, strangers. Today we're going to be discussing our favorite mystical, mythological, and occult items. My name is Blake. I'm one of the voices on The Strangest. Good to see you guys. Hope you're doing well.
Hey, yeah, I'm Ethan, and I'm also with The Strangest. We're a paranormal and unsolved mysteries YouTube channel, and almost every other Sunday we hang out. So this topic was meant for us to do like 2 weeks ago, so it's a pretty long outline, so hopefully we get through it pretty quick and not drag too much, but it should be fun.
Yeah, sorry guys, I dropped the ball last time. I wasn't feeling good, so I had to skip a week. That's what I hate about not having every weekend off. It's like you skip a week and you're off for like it's 2 weeks behind. So
Yeah.
I'll try not to let that happen again. But we'll get it going.
Working weekends, man, I could only imagine. That
I know.
sucks.
It's terrible. What's going on, Jamie? And Tringe is here. Good to see you guys. Yeah, I'm excited about this. I can't remember everything, because like Ethan sent me a list of things to go over, like to look through different items and pick some. And I remember picking some cool ones, but I can't remember what they were. So this will be fun to talk about.
Yeah, this topic came from, I made a poll like usual of you guys to choose from, and the idea came from like, I was really hoping we would do like our top 10 horror movies so we could each pick some and then talk about something we liked. So since this topic got picked, I decided to still like, let's try to mix things we're interested in. So I just sent Blake a list of like these 25 items. I'm like, pick 5 and I'll pick 5 and then we'll talk about it from there. So we got 10 items for you guys. And if we make it to the end, I have an extra thing at the end. So like a PS or a cherry on top. There we go.
Number 3 will blow your
Yeah,
mind.
exactly. Yeah. So stay to the end. Like, comment, subscribe. No, just kidding.
Helps us out a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, hope you all are doing well. Hope you had a good week. It's been a fun one.
Yeah. So, Blake, is there a banned episode of Dragon Ball Z, or any of the Dragon Ball series that you know of, or is it just full of weird censorship or like Americanized things?
There's not a lot of banned that I know of. Like, I haven't looked to see if there's actually a banned episode. I don't think there is. The only thing I can think of is that Mr. Popo was a big controversy.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that. That was a thing, along with
Yeah.
Jinx and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so now instead of instead of what he used to look like, now he's like blue. In the newer dubs, he's like a light blue. He looks very weird. Like,
Did they ever explain it, like in the show, or is it just like
No.
that's his color now?
They're just like, this is Mr. Popo. He's always been blue. What? Mandela effects are weird. Speaking of
That's like
which, I saw someone in the comments. I was looking through the comments of videos, and it was showing that like someone said that the Mandela effect was racist, and I was
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, Dotson's
Whatever.
here. Mr. Popo, yeah. He was in my last video. His normal version was in my last video. He did. But yeah. So yeah, other than that, I don't know of anything real. Like, there was definitely some episodes that like I could see getting banned. Like, I don't know if you remember the episode where Cell was just drinking people. That was pretty crazy. He would just like, suck the literal fluids out of them. There's a clip of a guy just like wrinkling away as his skin is the only thing left. It's pretty graphic.
Damn.
But
It's
that
been
made
forever
through.
since I watched the Cell Saga ones. So.
They were good, man. Trench said normal. As a blue person, I'm offended. There actually are some blue people, well, there used to be at least in West Virginia. I remember doing a report on them.
Yeah. Did you get a good grade on it?
I think I did. See, like, this was like 7th grade. I was preparing for the Strangest a long time ago. But I don't know if we never covered that, did we? Or did
No,
we?
we didn't. No. No, we could talk about them though. So, I mean, I had the green children thing, and at the end you could talk about them there. Like, be like, there's also these blue people. So, green people, blue people, everything in between. It could happen. And I just saw a thing on the internet the other day on Reddit about Midgetville in Virginia. There's also a Midgetville in Virginia. There's a lot in this area.
Oh, Dotson said, y'all going to be discussing the Spear of Destiny. I think we are, aren't we?
I don't know. I don't think so. Hold on.
There's a Spear of
It's been
something.
a long time. There's a spirit of something. It's been a while since I did this 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. I guess it was like a while ago since we did this outline. So
It's new for both of us. Ethan's just going to drop subtle, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Passive-aggressive hints that I didn't stream the last time we were supposed to. He's like, yeah, this is kind of old. I don't remember it because we didn't do it when we were supposed to.
no, there is some 90s references in it because it was supposed to be coming off of that 90s themed party. So so I'd put some segues involving the 90s. So.
The 90s theme party is probably the reason I didn't feel like doing the stream. It was a good time, though.
Yeah. How to tell you're officially old? You're going to theme parties of the decade you were born.
I know. It was so good. Like, I realized that my clothes were pretty much just my normal clothes that I wore. I just never grew up.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, how's
You're
it going,
doing it right.
Creepy Clown Girls here. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. We did a podcast with them a couple weeks ago on her channel, was it her channel or their other
Nevermore
channel, the
Collective?
Nevermore Collective. So check that
Yeah.
out if you want to. We had a good time.
Yeah. Get it over 100 views. We were close the last time I looked at it. So, and leave some likes. I meant to do another community post about it because I thought about how I wanted to get a little higher in the views for them. So
Yeah, it's hard
bring
to get
some more
views.
people over. Yeah. So, do you remember the power pole from Dragon Ball
Of
that Goku
course.
had?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, it was like the biggest. Well, it wasn't the biggest thing he had, but like in Dragon Ball, it was like a really big deal. And then he had it a little bit like early Dragon Ball Z, and then they just never really talked about it again.
yeah. Between that and the Nimbus, was
Yeah,
that what it was called?
Nimbus.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, when everyone learned to fly, it was kind of like, all right, we don't need this anymore.
yeah. With no Dragon Ball Light over here, you have to have
Yeah,
some accessories.
exactly. Trench said, "Power pole extend."
Yeah,
Such a good show.
yeah. Do you remember? Well, did you know that the Powerball was actually based on a real item or a mythical item, possibly that's real?
Vaguely, like I kind of remember. I know that the whole story of Dragon Ball has relations to a story. It was like Journey to the West, I think,
Yeah, it
or
involves the Monkey King, something
yeah,
like that.
yeah, because like I think Son Goku is the name of the or Sun Wukong is the name of the Monkey King in Journey to the West, if I'm not mistaken.
You did. You're on
I
top of.
I know my Dragon Ball.
Well, go into it and tell us more about the real thing then, or the semi-real thing. It might be real. Who knows?
Yeah. So let's see. Do we have a story about it? Okay.
Yeah, it's there. It's the first story.
All right, so there's an old famous Chinese tale that details the life of the Monkey King, a very powerful boy that is half monkey, can transform to become stronger, and rides around on a cloud with his staff, helping people. I didn't know the cloud was part of it. His name is Sun Wukong, or when translated to Japanese, Sun Goku. Ruyi Jingo Bang, or the staff of the Monkey King, belonged to the immortal monkey Sun Wukong. It's sometimes a staff 20 feet high and as wide as a barrel with a golden hoop on each end, and is sometimes shrunk down to the size of a pin and kept tucked behind Sun Wukong's ear. It was given to him by the Dragon King and Dragon Queen out of their treasury. Monkey King plays a central role in the 16th century Chinese classic Journey to the West. The origin of the staff dates back to at least the 13th century. Do you think it was based on a real staff? Besides Dragon Ball, the staff has appeared in Naruto, Warframe, and most recently Fortnite. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's big in pop culture these days.
Yeah. While Ethan was researching this, he found an article from Radford University on Reddit, and one of the comments said, "This is a poorly written research article from an undergraduate TA or some such at Radford University. Can we link to something that is actually informative and not disseminate poorly written crap about this very well established literature?" Definitely a Reddit comment.
Yeah,
Which is hilarious because Radford's in Virginia, where we are, and has a reputation for being a party school and not quite one of the best colleges in Virginia. He almost went to Radford, so he's not hating. I just think that it's crazy that he found an article from a nearby college and some stranger on the internet just shitting on it because of that's what random people on Reddit do. They shit on your hopes and dreams. They
they do. They're
absolutely do.
quick to do it.
Yeah, Reddit is just, if you really want to get your feelings hurt, Reddit's the place to go to.
Yeah,
Like, they will shit on anything. It doesn't matter how good the video is. But Ryan said Shinto Legends. That sounds familiar. Or is that just what the the story came from? I don't know.
I don't know. Did you watch all of Dragon Ball Z, GT, Super in the movies? Are you all caught up, or is there still some left that you need to see?
I still read the manga. Like
Oh, you read it? Damn, dude,
I'm a nerd, man. Like I've watched everything Dragon Ball ever made.
it's impressive.
Well, almost everything. They've got like some new crazy shit that's like not canon. I don't really watch that. But like
Oh,
Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Super, the movies, seen them all, sister. But yeah, they're
what do you like the best?
probably Dragon Ball Z. But
Yeah,
the movies are really good. I'm not really big on Super, but like Dragon Ball, I really want to go back and watch that because it is like it's just really good. Like
yeah,
I liked it a lot. I don't know where to watch it. Maybe Hulu. Trench
yeah,
said Dragon Ball Evolution. I have seen that. It's terrible.
yeah. I saw that. That came out when I was working at the movie theater.
It
So
was
that was rough.
it hurt my feelings. I was like, Dragon Ball Z finally got a chance to shine, and they shit on it. It was like when the Panthers went to the Super Bowl. It was like they finally made it, and then just shit the bed.
These are like Blake's two biggest disappointments in life
Yeah,
right here.
I'm gonna have a hall of shame, a wall of shame.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really good. I got really into it, and it's still my go-to show. Like it's my comfort show. I'm glad they're bringing it back.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Naruto?
I did. I watched Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, and
Nice.
now they're like Boruto. It's like the next generation, but I don't really watch that. But Naruto's good too. It's like the modern generation's Dragon Ball Z, and it was actually based on Dragon Ball Z. That's why Naruto has blonde hair and an orange jumpsuit to mimic Goku.
Wow, I didn't know that. I never got into it. Almost the same reason why I didn't get into Death Note at first. Like when I worked at the movie theater, kids would bring their little Death Notes to the Japanese movie releases of Death Note, and it would just get too much. And when Naruto, like the people would wear the headbands and stuff at school, and I'm just like, this is too much. I can't watch this. So
Yeah,
I never got into that. I did do Death Note. No, only thanks to you. So is it worth
yeah.
watching?
Naruto is very long, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
it's good. Like if you could skip the filler, yeah, it's worth watching. I just don't like filler. But yeah, Ryan said Yu Yu Hakusho is the best. It is the best. You should watch Yu Yu Hakusho. I've already tried to get Trench to watch it, and he's like not a third through it. But
Yeah, I haven't even heard of that.
it's really good. Jamie said Ryan speaking facts out here. Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho is amazing. It came out around the same time as Dragon Balls did, or Dragon Ball Z at least. But it was like one of the first animes I ever saw that like cursed on Toonami, and I was like, oh,
Damn.
I feel like I shouldn't be watching this, but it's really good. I like it a lot, and it's really held up the test of time because like it looks good, and it's still really good from a story standpoint. So it's a good time.
Yeah, I need to watch more. So I've been watching a lot of reality TV lately because of Rebecca. So,
Yeah, I mean that's good sometimes, just like turn your brain off. But there's so much good TV. I was talking about it last night. Like there's so much good TV on right now. Like
yeah, yeah. Me and Rebecca, for the first time, we're like really behind. There's like three shows we're trying to watch. So we're still trying to finish Stranger Things. We haven't done Obi-Wan, The Boys, and I think there's one more that we still need to see. So
yeah, so like Better Call Saul, the last season was amazing.
yeah, we caught up on that. So that's the first thing we finished. Now we're on to Stranger Things.
Stranger
So
Things this last season has been my favorite. The Boys so far is incredible. Like
yeah.
I really like what they're doing with this season. So like it's a lot of good shows. June and July have been a good time. May, June, July.
Yeah, I saw one big channel that we follow on Twitter posted that he would rather watch The Boys than Breaking Bad. I'm like, damn, that means those first three episodes or whatever it is must be really good then. So,
They are really good. Like I've been watching Breaking Bad again too, just on accident. Because like I was watching Better Call Saul and then I was like, well, I'll just watch an episode or two of Breaking Bad, and then I got sucked in again. But The Boys, the first three episodes, it's some of the craziest shit I've seen so far. And that's a lot for The Boys. So Trent said the new season's so good. Did you finally watch the third episode? Because he was one episode behind. But it's good. Definitely looking forward to you watching it.
yeah, I mean, I really thought The Boys was gonna be lame, but that they got me like that first scene where the dude just runs past. Like,
Yeah,
that just like that hooked me right then. I'm like, this show, this
I
is gonna be
know.
good.
I'm trying to
So,
convince Ryan, not Dotson to watch it, but Jake's wife to watch it because she thought it was like the Trailer Park Boys. It's like, no, it's completely different.
yeah,
It's so good though. I was like, just watch the first half of the first episode and you'll be hooked.
that's all you need. Like Rebecca thought it was gonna be lame because she's a little into the superhero fatigue. Like even like Invincible kind of got to her, and that's
Yeah,
kind of what I've expected The Boys to be. But The Boys was just another level. I really like The Boys.
yeah, it's really good. Sorry, I
Yeah,
went on a tangent. Went from
no,
Naruto
you're
to The
good.
Voice.
No, it's good. It's good to be. I mean, it's just good. TV is good. Like the coming out of the pandemic and stuff, they're finally releasing content again.
Yeah, it's
So
nice.
yeah.
So, were you ever into Harry Potter?
Oh, I definitely was into Harry Potter. That's probably the number one fantasy thing I was into as a kid. So, read the books, the movies. I haven't seen the newest, the Dumbledore movie. I think the movies are kind of played out, but I love the books. So, and I don't really like how J.K. Rowling just adds stuff at the end, like, oh, they literally used to shit on the floor and boop it away with their wand before plumbing, and how she's all anti-trans and stuff like that. But the
Yeah,
original seven books were a really good time for my childhood. What about you? Did you watch the books? I mean, read the books or watch the
I
movies?
watched the books. I read the movies.
There
I
you go.
watched the games. But
Yeah.
no, like it was like the first book I really got into. Like that I read completely through on my own. But I only got to I finished the first three books, and then the fourth one was so big that like I got halfway through, and I was like, I'm just gonna wait for the movie to come out. So
Oh, man.
yeah, so I did that, and they were just like the books kept getting bigger, and the movies were coming out pretty quickly. So I was just like, I'll just do that. But I really liked Harry Potter, and I played a couple
Yeah.
of the video games, so
I
they're
played
fun.
the first two video games and the Quidditch game, but after that I didn't play anymore. I'm excited for the Hogwarts Legacy game or whatever it's called. That seems really exciting. I might need to get a new Xbox for that. In fact, my Xbox I very rarely play, but I use it to watch content, watch like YouTube and all that stuff on my TV. Now I can't the button to cut it on doesn't work anymore. So I can only cut it on using a controller. And those eventually like stop pairing with the Xbox
Oh
randomly.
no,
So it's only a matter of time till my Xbox doesn't work. So
that's depressing.
we'll see. Yeah, I might need I'll be getting the new X. I still have the Xbox One. So
Yeah, I haven't gotten the Series X either. As far as I know, they're still hard to find,
yeah.
which
I
is
might be getting a
insane.
PlayStation. I might be getting something else then. We'll
You should
see.
get a PC,
Nah, well,
and
I'm
that
already
way,
having to get a new laptop, so or
yeah,
that would be a gaming laptop in a way.
yeah, just get something heavy duty that won't die.
Yeah.
But Trench said PC is the way. PC really is like I've really grown to enjoy PC gaming. Especially, I think the Xbox really pushed me into that direction because they were so hard to find. But like once I played Halo on the PC, I was just like, you know what, whatever. I don't need an Xbox.
Yeah, I mean the computers I've been looking at, laptops I've been looking at getting, they're all out of stock, so we'll see. That's why this stream's a ticking time bomb on this laptop. We'll see how long it goes. That
Oh,
probably got us demonetized, that sentence, Dan.
oh yeah.
Should not have said that.
Well, I mean, in my last video, I literally had Hitler. Well, now I
Oh,
said it in this one too.
there
So,
you go.
but I, mean, I don't know if it's going to get demonetized yet. We'll find out when I'm monetized.
Yeah.
If that ever comes. Everyone here, go watch my videos on repeat for a few hours so I can get monetized. But speaking of Harry Potter, have you
Yeah.
heard of the Hand of Glory, or do you remember it being in the Chamber of Secrets where it was briefly referenced?
Yeah, I do. Let me tell you about. I actually really liked this scene in the chamber, in the movie at least. It was my favorite thing. So, the Hand of Glory was a mummified or pickled hand, usually the left hand of a thief that had been hanged. It was used, and it was used as a candle or candle holder with magical properties. When combined with the candle made from the fat from the thief, like the corpse of the thief, it renders all persons in its candlelight immobile. It allows the one it allows the one using the candle to see in the dark while leaving everyone else in darkness, making the bearer invisible. It can also be used to unlock all the locks around it. Basically, it allows the user to become a super thief and be even better at thievery than the person whose the hand it came from. Um, these were actually made, and there's an example of a real one that's in the Whitby Museum in England. And in April of 1943, a woman's skeleton was found by four boys in a wych elm in Hagerley Wood, England. It's the Who Put Bella in the Wych Elm story. Police were unable to identify the woman, but determined she had been dead for at least 18 months. And then in 1944, the first of a long series of graffiti relating to the unsolved case began appearing in the surrounding area. It read, "Who put Bella down the wych elm?" Different variations of this message continue to appear, but the identity of Bella and her murderer remain a mystery to this day. Some of my favorite unsolved mysteries, and one theory about this murder is that it involves the ritual to make a hand of glory. An anthropologist and archaeologist named Margaret Murray from the University College at London proposed in 1945 that Bella's death possibly involved black magic. She believed that Bella's severed and disposed hand was quite similar to the ritual called Hand of Glory that was known to be practiced by gypsies. Murray's theory gained traction with the public, leading authorities to compare similar ritualistic killings with the murder of Charles Walton in the past that happened in the nearby local town of Lower Quinton. Locals believed that Bella's murder was part of some kind of dark ritual, possibly involving the creation of a Hand of Glory. You can see examples of the Hand of Glory in Hellboy, RuneScape, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and of course, Harry Potter. Do you think there's any truth to the legend of the Hand of Glory? Would you ever use one, make one? What if you just had, like, inherited one? Would you try it out, see if it works,
Oh
steal some
boy.
things?
Thanks, Grandma.
Yeah. Check out this hand.
I mean, you got to try it, see if it works, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I hate to put it to waste. Let's see. Dawson said, "Does the Navy ship from the Philadelphia experiment count as an occult or mystical item?" I don't think it was on the list, but maybe.
It's funny that you said that there's a. At the end of this, we're going to talk about the Georgia Guidestones, only because I found a really long clip of that in a video we did, and in that we also talk about the Philadelphia experiment. So that was a crazy time. But that's only I only did like a minute of that, so it's very brief.
Yeah.
Do you think it happened?
Oh, are we talking about the hand? Or were
Either
you
one.
just
Just do
talking
you think
about?
any of that's real? The hand,
Yeah,
the Philadelphia experiment. Would you?
I believe that. I mean, of course, I believe it happened, but like, I don't know. That's crazy that they did it. Like, it's kind of fucked up. It's like not only do they take your hand, it's like they use your fat to just make a candle out of it. That's pretty wild. But you know, creativity. I guess back before the internet, people got bored and they would just try anything. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say that definitely sounds like something you would do before the internet, when you just had a bunch of time and you're just like, "Hey guys, I heard this story that works. Let's try it out. Let's make
Yeah,
this candle."
it's like I think people were really gullible before the internet. Because like remember like we would hear cheats for games when we were kids and be like, if you go through the whole level in less than 2 minutes without touching a single enemy, and at the end you turn around 3 times, you'll get invincibility and you'll unlock this brand new character. And we just
Yeah.
believed it. So I mean, someone was just like, well, if you take a dead body of a thief and you cut off their hand and you get the fat from their body and light it on fire and go into the middle of a dark room with a bunch of locks, it'll unlock them and make you invisible. And someone was like, well, we don't know till we try.
Wonder if
So
anyone got caught trying to do that. Like I had the hand of glory. I should have been invisible.
it's like,
How
hear
do you
me
see
out.
me?
This thing's defective. He must not have been a good enough thief.
He was innocent.
Jamie said before the internet, still that gullible. We are still gullible. I think the boomer generation's a little bit more gullible, but at least my parents are. Because, I can't tell you how many times I've had to clean up viruses because they clicked on something they shouldn't have. But
I just think the disconnect of where your parent, like people our parents' age, went from when we were kids, they're like, don't believe anything on the internet. The internet's full of lies. To anything they read on Facebook now is like the gospel truth. Like they don't even second guess it. They're like, I saw this. My best friend shared it. They wouldn't share it if it wasn't true.
yeah, John F. Kennedy's alive. The Facebook told me. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. Kind of reminds me of the monkey's paw.
Oh yeah, is that on here? That might be on here too. Damn, I don't remember.
I think I would have picked that if it was on there, but I knew the story beforehand. But maybe we'll talk about that if we got time.
Yeah, so maybe that might be in here. So if you like the
Yeah.
monkey's paw, keep watching. But what about the Book of Thoth? If that's how you say it, Thoth.
Thoth.
Have you Thoth?
It's
Thoth,
like it's
no.
like Buffalo Thoth, but like Mike Tyson's Buffalo Thoth.
Yeah.
So no, I've never heard of it, but I'm about to teach all of you about it, even though I've never heard about it. I
Yeah,
know it's referenced in a few shows like American Gods, but I hadn't heard of that before either. So the Book of Thoth is from ancient Egypt, written by the god Thoth himself. It supposedly contained spells to understand both the languages of animals and the gods. However, it was cursed. The first prince who found it, Neferkaptah, had his wife and child killed, and then was compelled to commit suicide. Neferkatpah, I can't even. It's like Ptah. The Ptah was buried with the book, and Thoth's wrath was fulfilled. The book is referenced in several fictional short stories by ancient Egyptians. I can't talk today. Fragments of this supposed book have been found and translated. The Egyptologist Richard Louis Jasnow and Carl Theodor Zazik have dubbed a long Egyptian text from all of these
Ptolemaic.
words.
Yeah, that one's Ptolemaic. I know how to say that
All
one.
right,
Ptolemaic.
from the Ptolemaic period of the Book of Thoth. This demotic text, known from more than 40 fragmentary copies, consists of a dialogue between a person called the One Who Loves Knowledge and a figure that Jasnow and Zazik identify as Thoth. The topics of their conversation include the work of scribes, various aspects of the gods and their sacred animals, and the Duat, the realm of the dead. Would you read from the Book of Thoth if the whole text was ever discovered and fully translated? Maybe.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, like if you get to talk to animals, like understand what they're saying, that'd be kind of cool.
It's like that Japanese poem where if you read it, supposedly bad stuff happens. I don't really remember what that's called. But yeah, just read it. See what happens.
Yeah.
You never know.
YOLO. We're all gonna die. Might as well read a cool book before you die.
Yeah, you could be like the one like, what is it gonna do? Kill me by reading it, guys?
Yeah, it's like, man, this isn't gonna fit on his tombstone. His last words were, "What's it gonna do? Kill me? Come on, guys." Dotson said, if you like grimoires, like the Book of Thoth, there are greater and lesser keys of Solomon. We're just gonna have to have Dotson on one day, just have him talk about stuff. I'm surprised we haven't already.
Yeah, you can talk about anything, man. We'll be up for it.
Yeah.
I literally just filmed a guy this week talking about his alien UFO encounter, so
Really?
that's gonna be on the channel eventually. Yeah, I'm gonna have to blur his face though, but he's a guy I've known my whole life, and it was on his 79th birthday. I got him he told me this story in fall of 2020, and just randomly he talks nonstop, and he's never mentioned it before, and he just came in after watching a UFO show one afternoon to the office, and then he was just like, "Do you believe in UFOs, aliens?" And it's after I did like a alien video on the I forget which one. It was after we put out an alien video, and I showed it to him, and he's like, "Wow, you really believe that stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course. Who knows? Like so many people see these things." And then he told me this story, and then he was just talking about everything when he was on his birthday, and I got him to tell it again. I'm like, "Can I film you telling you this time?" So we'll see.
Yeah.
And then it's a really good video because he talks about just like how it affected his life and everything, his views on stuff, and like reflecting on the past since it was his birthday. So it's interesting.
That would be a good video. We should definitely spend some extra time on that because I could see that blowing up.
I mean, I believe it because he had never told me this, and he'll tell you like anything, and he never mentioned it until like he just saw the UFO documentary on like the History Channel. Comes in and just he saw how excited I was to talk about it, and that's when he finally told me about it. So.
Dawson said either an alien abduction or he got too drunk at a Halloween party.
Who knows? It was in the middle. It was in the morning time. So he was going from somewhere in Virginia to Clarksville, Virginia, on a country road, and it just drops down out of the sky, and it left scorch marks on the, like where it hovered. It scorched the road. So there was some physical evidence of it. So
that's pretty crazy.
Really freaked them out. Yeah.
Yeah, that freaked me out too, and no one's gonna believe you. Maybe that's what they count on. It's like no one's gonna believe you.
It's like, haha.
Yeah, I think aliens started the alien, theories to, what's the word I'm looking for? To basically discredit people. It's like they're what's behind, they're gaslighting the humans.
Yeah, so. I mean, that's what people think about conspiracy theories. Like, the government lets you believe dumb ones so you don't, believe the real ones. So it's like, oh, yeah, conspiracy theories are crazy. Yeah. JFK's totally dead. Still.
I'm going to be real sad if that day ever comes. It's like, oh, my God. It's like I've been
You'd never live it down.
I never would, no. Like, my mom already says, you'll see, it's coming soon. You'll find out. I mean, it's been 2 years since she started saying that, but, you never know.
Talking about conspiracy theories and people being dead, did you see where the Queen had her Jubilee thing where it's her 70 years of ruling? Supposedly there's a theory that she really died back a few months ago when it would still been 69 years, but the Crown didn't want to have it be 69 years so the internet didn't shit on it, so they've kept the idea that she was alive this whole time. Well, today, they had a parade or something downtown London, and her carriage went by, and it was a hologram of the Queen inside the carriage that people were waving to.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So she might really be dead, guys. Who knows?
Nihongo Johnny said, long time no see. Yeah, man, long time no see.
Dude, I think about you more than I should. I'm like, whatever happened to this guy?
I honestly, I checked a couple months ago. I was like, I hope he's not dead.
I check every few weeks because I'm just like, your channel, you're doing so good. And then I'm like, because I think of what happened. I'm glad you're here, man.
Yeah, it's really good to see you. I'm glad. I'm glad
I hope
you're doing
okay. Well. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, not the name I expected to see, but very glad you're doing well.
It's exciting. Yeah.
You need to come back sometime if you ever have time. I know YouTube's a lot of stress and a lot of time, but Good to have you
Just
back.
have fun with it. Yeah.
Yeah, because you were killing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll get back to that. But that's exciting. I'm glad to see you. So, occultist Aleister
Alistair,
Crowley,
yeah.
published the Book of Thoth, a short essay on the tarot of the Egyptians. The book describes the philosophy and the use of Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot, a deck of tarot cards designed by Crowley and co-designed and painted by Lady Frida Harris. The Thoth Tarot has become one of the best-selling and most popular tarot decks in the world. Crowley was an occultist, ceremonial magician, poet, painter, novelist, and mountaineer. He founded the religion of Thelema, identifying himself as the prophet entrusted with guiding humanity into the aeon of Horus in the early 20th century. He was also a hedonist, bisexual, recreational drug experimenter, and social critic. The guy knew how to live and probably knew more about the world and the unknown more than most people. What are your opinions on Crowley? Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about him until now, but it looks like he was kind of all over the place. He was
Yeah.
a man of many talents.
I don't know too much about him except I've had a couple friends that were really into reading his stuff and thinking he knew a whole lot. I really think he just really knew how to live on his own, kind of like knew how to enjoy life, I guess, and I don't know, manipulate people. I guess make his own thing. I don't know.
Dude knew
I
how
think
to
he had
live his
fun.
life and make others live their life the way he wanted them to.
Exactly. There you go. He's like like Charles Manson without the killing.
God, Charles Manson. I'd love to do a video on him sometime. That dude's wild. Well, was wild.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I still haven't seen that. I need to.
What?
I know.
Come on, dude.
I haven't seen a lot of what's his name's films. Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen like Django. That's about it.
Well, Django's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
So,
but I was also drunk when I saw it, so I probably don't remember most of it.
well, Django's like a movie that to me, like you can watch it, like join it any time and you get sucked into it. Like, because it's one of the movies where I just see it on, like I have to watch it. So,
Yeah, I need to. Dawson said he'll host Tarantino night too. Tarantino, it's like Tarantino week. Like,
yeah.
there's no night to it. Like each of the movies is like almost 3 hours long, isn't it? Like he has
But they're
pretty long
good.
movies. Yeah, I've heard they're all good. So,
So,
That's
well, I was gonna
the deal.
say first, I got this segue in there. Don't forget to like this stream if you're watching. It helps us out a whole lot. And while you're at it, check out Blake's channel, Retrograde. So help him get the watch time. Before it was get him be one of the first 1,000 subs. He didn't make the
Yeah,
first 1,000
my
subs,
bad.
but help him get the watch time. So
Yeah, I've got like almost 1,200 subs now, but still like watch time because like my video was taking off and then like something happened. Like I made another video and then it just whoop. So now I'm just struggling to get the hours. I need like 130, I think, or no, 120. So, but then I can finally monetize things and actually, pay for this microphone that I bought.
there you go.
But that was my whole plan. It's like get better equipment, pay it off with the monetization. But it's a struggle. But things are in the right direction. They're going good. I can't complain. I've got
So
a video about to hit 100,000.
that is wild. That's hard to
Yeah.
imagine. Well, the almost 2 million TikTok, well, 1 point, whatever it is that's wild just in general when you think about like that many people seeing something you made.
Yeah, I was talking to Trench about it last night. It's like chances are, he had a video hit 1 million, almost 2 million. And, I've got that video that's, 1.6 million, I think. And it's like there's a good chance that someone has seen your video without searching for it. And that's pretty cool. I like that thought. But
I like the thought that what's really weird about this is that you're having more people watch your content than like famous like authors and painters and all that stuff when they had when they were alive. You're getting more like self gratification from it than some of these people that like died penniless who we now have to read about in school and stuff.
that's true.
That's dark, but it's real though.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's a cool feeling though. Uh, let's see what I missed something. Jersey D, how's it going, man? It says I'm not a fan of Crowley. He had a purpose, but he was insane.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I feel. I've never really gone deep into him, but I've had friends. I've been in a couple parties where I've had a couple drunk people try to explain to me his philosophy on everything, thinking he had everything solved. I don't know.
It
So,
just reminds me of the meme of the guy yelling at the girl beside him, like, tell him, I'm sure you've seen it. It's like, you have to understand, he was a genius.
Yeah. So,
Oh man. But
so
yeah, I'll let you go.
I was gonna
I
segue
lost
into
where we
another
were.
one. Okay, so would you ever drink of the mead of poetry? I'd love to drink in a mead hall. Did you ever watch Beowulf or read about Beowulf, where they just used to drink in like these big halls and hang out in
Yeah.
Scandinavia and stuff? It seems like it'd be a fun time. So
Yeah, I really liked Beowulf. I hated the movie, but I really liked the book. Well,
yeah,
the
the story. Yeah,
story.
yeah. So yeah, you just get to drink the mead, get fucked up like the Norse gods and the Vikings back in the day. So
It's
they
like a
used to
it's like a
believe.
wedding.
Yeah, exactly. Except every night's a wedding. Basically, you're like Thor. Thor: Love
Yeah.
and Thunder's coming up.
We should do that. We should just like you need to just invest in a mead hall, and
Yeah,
we'll just have all our friends every night getting trashed. Everyone gets COVID.
yeah. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
So, oh, that's a never have I ever, never ever ever had
Yeah,
COVID. Put your
never have I
fingers
ever
down,
had
everyone.
COVID. So far, so good. Although they say
Yeah.
this new strain, they're like, it's very similar to allergies, and I've been sneezing up a storm.
Oh, come
So
on.
that's pretty. I'm like, it's only when Navi's like really close, so it's definitely just pollen.
Well, it was 3 weeks ago where Rebecca and Charlie got sick. It was his first time getting sick, and I got sick from it, and it seemed really just like allergies. But the fact we all got sick from it, like at the same time, like it started with Rebecca, like her throat feeling sore, then Charlie started getting snotty, then eventually like I had a headache and was snotty, and it only lasted like 5 days, but it was annoying. But it really was just like allergies, but all of us had it, so it wasn't allergies. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy. Jamie said, "You lucky ducks avoid it at all costs. Definitely
Yeah.
trying." Creepy clown girl just donated $5. Thank you
Are
so
you kidding
much.
me? We haven't had that happen in forever.
I forgot we
You
could
guys-
do that.
I know. Thank you. Holy shit.
She
That is
said,
awesome. We appreciate it.
she said, great channeling content. Keep up the great job. Thank you so much. That's really awesome. Really did forget about that.
Creep up the good work, dude.
Yeah, we haven't
Stay
streamed in
creepy.
so long. Like we're just now getting back in the streaming thing.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. That's amazing.
It is. So, if you're ever in a mead hall and have a chance, the mead of poetry in Norse mythology is believed to be a beverage that whoever drinks it becomes a skilled, becomes a what? Scald or scholar?
You
I
wrote
guess
this,
that's the way.
Ethan.
I know. I thought I was gonna say skilled or scholar. I don't know. Scald. Maybe that's what they would say back then. I don't know. It's scholar. Basically, they'd be able to recite any information and solve or answer any questions. Many scholars believe that this actually existed and was some form of mind-altering substance that they would drink. So basically, you just get really drunk, or messed up, and just talk to all your friends and be able to solve all the world's problems. The mead of poetry in mythology was made by the blood of Cassavir, mixed with honey, and in the story, in the Book of Dwarves, was also added berries and spices to it. Casimir was a man made out of Fuck. Casimir was a man made from the spit of the gods, and he literally knew everything. There was no question in the 9 worlds that he couldn't answer. Well then, until 2 dwarfs invited the uber-wise guy over to hang out. And instead of just hanging out and drinking, they killed him and drained his blood and mixed it with honey and turned it into mead, which when drunk, turned the drinker into a poet or scholar. This is one reason why people don't like dwarfs in any mythology or fantasy, because you can't trust them. You never know. Suppose that's what started it. So, but I wonder if they'll ever discover the real recipe for this, because that'd be a lot of fun. Who knows what it is? It might involve some mead, some DMT, some poetry. Who knows? Some mind-altering substances. Put it into a blender, and then the closest around you can just become scholars trying to solve everything in the world. There's actually recipes for mead online that you could try to kind of get an idea what the Norse people would drink. So it'd be kind of fun, Or if you can't do that, maybe do some like microdosing of shrooms or whatever.
Yeah.
What all the cool kids are doing these days. So that way you can get the same effect. You never know. So
Special meat or just do some DMT. I mean, same thing.
yeah,
But who knows? Maybe that's what it actually does. Also, James said heading out to be an alley at Pride. Have an awesome rest of the stream. Thank you for hanging out. We appreciate
yeah.
it.
Oh, we enjoyed it.
Yeah, have a good time. And Dawson said sounds like adrenochrome wine.
Yeah.
Definitely. Adrenochrome, man. It's from the babies. There were politicians drinking baby blood. I just want to do
Yeah.
a QAnon stream one day and just talk about all the crazy shit I've heard.
You should do it, man. Like
That'd be a fun time.
you're like
But
a first-hand source now.
I'd get so many bad comments. I'd be like, "Wake up, you sheeple." But yeah, like that's pretty cool. Like, I would definitely try it. Although I feel like you probably don't want to know the answers to a lot of things. I feel like we're better off being sheltered. You know,
Yeah.
it's like things are depressing enough. You don't want to know what's really going on.
I mean, that's true. But still, I think it'd be fun, you know? Even though
Yeah.
you're not supposed to do drugs, kids.
Yeah,
Just
don't do
maybe
drugs.
if you do them, just be sure you do them safely. You never know. Until everything's legalized and everything is outlawed, you know? You never know.
Yeah,
Live it up while you can.
Jersey D said you can buy mead at the liquor store near me. So
Really?
that's pretty cool. I've never seen mead, so I need to go to the ABC store. Well, that's what we call them in Virginia, the ABC stores. But oh, what just happened? Oh, Brandon Williams just subscribed. Thanks, Brandon Williams. If you're here
Nice,
watching,
thank you.
appreciate that.
That's crazy that you can get it in the liquor store. That seems like something Blake would randomly whip out. Be like,
Would you
guess
guys
what
like
I got at the
some
store
mead?
here?
You have to drink it out of my cauldron.
Yeah.
I've got everything else. I've got sake. I've got everything but mead. Just about.
My favorite thing was like when you just had the wine mixed things from Duplin, because I didn't know
Oh, yeah.
your family also went to that. I'm like, Blake's just prepared for anything over here.
Yeah, those wine slushies were no joke. They're really good. I like that a lot.
Well-
I need to make that again.
Yeah, Blake's like a bartender in his spare time.
Yeah, but I never drink unless people are over. So it's just always fully stocked. Dotson said he bought mead in Rhode Island.
What?
We should have gone to Rhode Island, man. We were so close.
I know, the road to Rhode Island. Damn. Was it good though?
That would have been
Did
a
you
good
like it?
video title.
Yeah.
We just squandered it. Yeah, how was it, Dotson? Is it good? Can you go get more? I know
Yeah,
it's a
did you
pretty short
feel it?
trip. Can
Yeah,
you feel
exactly.
it, Mr. Krabs? That's banned. That's like half of the comments I get. It's like on that video, it's like, can you feel it, Mr. Krabs? And I guess they're gonna miss the panty raid.
Oh,
Yeah. Dawson said it wasn't bad. It was like a sweet liquor, like rum. Okay. I like rum.
I like rum too.
I have to try that sometime. I'll have to see like mead near me.
Google it.
Yeah. All right.
So-
So
Well, yeah, go for it.
let's see if. So if you could have any wish of yours granted, what would you wish for? And do you
Three
think there
more
would
wishes?
be? That's a good one. But if you couldn't wish for 3 more wishes or anything like that, like what would be one thing you would wish for above all else?
To be able to give immortality to anyone I chose.
Okay, that sounds terrible. To be
I mean, because that way
honest.
you could. I mean, I don't know. Let's just say something random like this, and you could pick all your loved ones yourself. I mean, it would solve some problems, but you can't say immortal just yourself because then you'd watch everyone die. So then it's just like you could create your own little race of like people that live forever and just hang out.
Are you immortal, like from bullets, or just like health? Because
I would
I don't want to be around when the sun explodes.
But
That's
what if you're
why-
all just floating from space and just like killing time and stuff like that? So
Yeah, I mean, you could watch all the TV in the world until the world ends, and then you're
Yeah.
just stuck, doing whatever they did before that, which sounds terrible.
you'd probably have enough time to learn how to invent time travel and just send
Yeah.
everyone back and just hang out and just redo everything again.
Maybe that's what celebrities do. That's how they got famous. They just had years and years and generations of practice.
Yeah, or they're all lizard people. Either or.
I did see a video the other day that was kind of weird. I think it was probably a QAnon thing, but someone posted. But it was this guy, I think he was talking about vaccines, but like while he wasn't talking, his throat was like dun, 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 like a frog. And I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is going on with that? The first thing that came to my mind was like lizard people. But I don't know what that was about, but it was really weird.
No, you can go down a rabbit hole of stuff like that on YouTube, of compilations of weird stuff on news and things like that. I don't know. I've seen a couple of compilations like that where it's like, did they just did their eyes just move
Yeah.
weird? What just happened?
I know they did
So-
that on Biden once too. Johnny said that could be a gift or a curse. Definitely. Like I could see the Like if you could live forever with everyone you loved, yeah, I could definitely see that. But I wouldn't want to be the only immortal person and like live to see all of your friends and family die. That would be a bad time.
No, that's why you choose to grant it. So you can grant yourself. That way, if you meet people along the way, you don't have to watch them die. Like, oh, you're immortal now.
Yeah.
Thank me later.
Yeah,
No.
you have all the time in the world to thank me.
But then you're setting yourself up to where one of them turns evil and goes rogue. You have these immortal
Yeah.
people fighting each other forever.
That's how you get supervillains, Ethan. You got to think of
Yeah,
these things.
Yeah, exactly. Well, basically any of these wishes, you'd have some weird consequence too. What would your wish be?
Oh man, I would just wish for all the money in the world. Yeah, I'm very what's the word? Greedy.
Yeah, but then you could die tomorrow though, and be
Oh,
like,
that's
"Damn, I
true.
should have been immortal." Damn.
That's true.
So
So yeah, I don't know. I'm not here for a long time. I'm just here for a good time. So if I had a lot of money right now, I would just have a really good time and just say whatever. But I don't know. That would I could see benefits to both. Like if you could have immortality and wealth, that'd be cool. You don't want to be immortal and living in a shack, or in a cardboard box. But yeah, it'd be nice to have a little bit more money. That's what I'm trying to, just a couple YouTube videos taken off. That'd be nice. That'd be enough. I don't have to have all the money in the world, but just a couple million here and there, that'd be cool. Dotson says, "I wish the Strangest retrograde and Trench would agree to a movie night." Dude,
yeah, we should
that's
do it.
unrealistic. Like, you can follow your dreams. You can get $1 million, but like all three of us being off at the same time and free, that's tough. But yeah,
I'm
I'd
more
be down.
free. Like my schedule stays pretty good. Ours is just timing it with Charlie. We have to time the baby. So
Yeah, well, my schedule might be changing. I don't know if it is. Like, they're talking about going to Monday through Friday, so we'll see.
yeah, that'd be super nice. You
Yeah,
have like
we
a
could do streams
consistent-
every week. But
Yeah. Or not just that, just hanging out in general. It's like knowing that Blake's gonna be there. Be like, is this gonna be a weekend Blake can hang out? I don't know.
yeah, because now it's like if you don't hang out with me, then you'll see me next month.
Mhm.
So you get one chance a
Yeah,
month.
it's really like that.
Yeah. But let's see. Hold up. I gotta move my thing. Jersey said, "I would love to be healthy and out of pain again." I'm sorry you're in
Yeah.
pain, man. I hope you get better. I don't know the circumstances, but that sounds horrible. So
And see, that's
hopefully that
another thing
happens.
with like immortality. Like if you can get it to where basically like you're like immortality includes like like your peak physical life, and then you don't have to eat, you don't have to like do anything. That's just you, because then you wouldn't even have to worry about where you lived. You could go live in a cave or something. You don't have hunger. You don't freeze to death. There's just so many things you could go if you could like wrap that all into one little wish. Like
Yeah.
be thinking it all at once when you say it. Be like, and it all works out perfectly. So
Yeah, you have to put some thought into these wishes.
yeah.
So, on that topic, the Cintamati Stone is a magical stone from Hindu and Buddhist mythology that could grant wishes. According to legend, it fell from the sky and landed in Tibet among ancient Buddhists who thought it was a spiritual jewel. Its power was so great and dangerous that eventually they sent it to the hidden flying golden city of Shambhala. It's fascinating that even Buddhism acknowledges the powers of manifestation made possible by the Philosopher's Stone. Makes you wonder if there is anything more to alchemy. These same legends appear in different cultures and societies throughout history. Is it possible that an all-powerful stone or tablet exists, or that the legends are a result of some deep collective human desire that we're all hoping and searching to be true? Would you risk the life that you have and the world you know to make a wish on the Cintamati Stone? Are you prepared for the consequences? It seems like it would be a double-edged sword, or that you'd almost become cursed with the power, like the Book of Thoth. So, there's a lot of different media that I've seen with that versions of the Philosopher's Stone. So you've got like Harry Potter, but you also got Full Metal Alchemist, which if you've never seen that is a very good anime.
Yeah, I need to. I'm slacking over here.
Yeah, it's a good time. I think Trin just watched that too. So that's a good one. But yeah, like you have to make in Full Metal Alchemist, it's like everything to you like alchemy, you can create something, but you have to give something equal in return. So it's like, in one point he tries, like his brother they try to bring their mom back from the dead, and to do that, it ends up taking his brother, and then to get his brother back, he loses his arm and his leg, just to get his soul back. So
Damn.
it's like the rest of the show is them trying to like become whole again and try to find the Philosopher's Stone, which can supposedly give them what they want without any negatives, like any take. Trent said, yeah, that one's really good. So yeah, it's really good. Like there's two different versions of it, but they're both good. So definitely recommend that. But it's pretty cool. Probably not worth it though.
Yeah, but it'd be nice. I mean, if something like that really did present itself in front of you, I mean, it'd be very tempting to take it. Like, what are you going to say? No, I've heard about this my whole life. No, I don't want anything to do with it at all. No, thank you.
Yeah, it's like the Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
Like if you knew the Dragon Balls were real, of course they would be like the government would have them or something, like someone would find them and lock them away, but like I'd definitely be looking for them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you talking about the Dragon Ball? So I had this in there. So all of these items that we've mentioned so far appear in so many fantasy, like medieval and quest style video games. Every time when I was trying to find out more about them, I kept running into like all these articles about where to find them in certain video games, and how we use them to collect the like human knowledge, time, and effort to discover all these items. Like, did they really exist? Who knows? At this rate the world is going, we might need some of these items for whenever the Great Reset or whatever's coming happens, because it seems like everything's going downhill. You know, get our wishes together, you know, go out, collect the Dragon Balls, get them ready, because, you know, whenever Putin or anyone just decides to nuke the world, and you never know, man, you never know. You might need to have them ready, if they exist.
Yeah, I saw something about him saying that they would attack the West if they got hit by any U.S. missiles
Yeah.
that we just sent Ukraine. So we'll see how that goes. I don't see them doing it, but you never know.
Yeah.
The world's a fucked up place. Also, I miss Clayton. He said greetings. Good to see you, man. Glad you're here. Thanks for popping up. I miss things sometimes, but
Yeah, I don't have the chat open because I don't want to crash things. So, but thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it. But did you guys or Blake ever get into Lord of the Rings?
no, I never could. Like I tried to. I watched the first one. I fell asleep like 2 hours in, or like it was a lot. Like I can't remember how long it was, but I didn't get but like halfway through, maybe three
Yeah.
quarters of the way through, and I fell asleep. And I just never like. I've always been interested in the lore, like you know, hearing about it, but I couldn't get into it. What about you?
No, I've never been into Lord of the Rings. I watched the first movie in theaters with my mom. I read The Hobbit in high school because we had to, like in eighth or ninth grade. Watched the animated Hobbit movie. I saw
did
the
watch
first
that.
Hobbit. Watched the first Hobbit movie too, but it's just never something about like medieval fantasy. Like the farthest I ever got was Harry Potter, and then recently I did watch Game of Thrones. Do you ever watch Game of Thrones?
It's on my list. I need to watch it.
Yeah.
So many people talk shit about the ending that I'm kind of meh about trying it out. I also need to watch Sons of Anarchy first. So
Oh yeah, Sons of Anarchy is a million times better. And talk about endings, like Game of Thrones is one of the worst ones. It's like kind of Ozark times 10. It's just not good. Oh well, did you like the?
yeah,
Did we
I don't
talk
think
about that?
I can't remember if we talked about it or not. I don't think we did. No, we didn't because
Yeah,
Michael
because
had
I
already
hadn't.
seen it.
Yeah,
But no, I didn't like that at all.
it's like the exact opposite of what I wanted to happen.
It is
Fuck all
exactly
of-
the exact opposite of like the one I wanted to live didn't, and the ones I wanted to die didn't.
Yeah, it's just like, what was the point of this show again? Damn, like this is
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah, I don't want to
So,
spoil anything for anyone, but they said they wanted to have a more like real life feel about how things happen in the real world.
real world sucks. Deal
Yeah,
with it.
I watched this because I wanted some escapism. I didn't want real life. But yeah, it was good up until that point. Like I was really digging the last season, and then the ending, I was just like, what? So
And-
I don't know. It was all right though. It's like Breaking Bad light.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely what it is. And to me, Game of Thrones to me is like a perfect bell curve. Like you go up like season 4, 5, whatever. It's like the peak of it. It's nice. Like once I finally got into it, like it was a good time. And then it slowly went downhill. I watched it all on HBO Max, so I didn't have like years built into it like some people. Never read the books like I had so many friends do. So like the ending wasn't as crushing, but it still is just like so many people devoted like a decade and more to this, and this is how you did it to them. So at least Ozark's only a few years. So and
Yeah,
it's a but-
people were saying the Game of Thrones was like better than Breaking Bad for the longest
No.
time, and then it
Yeah.
just shit the bed apparently.
No, like literally, Better Call Saul is better than Game of Thrones.
I
So
think Better Call Saul might be better than Breaking Bad. It's very
yeah,
close, but it's very good. Like
yeah,
I know we're going on a tangent, but like Better Call Saul is I it took me a while to watch it because I was like this, Saul's such a goofy character, like I don't think I'll like it, but it's so good. Like very, very good. Trent said GOT is amazing until the last season. Yeah.
yeah.
I need to watch it. I just need to, like I was telling Tringe last night, like my problem is sitting down and starting. Like if I can sit down and watch the first episode of a show, I'll probably get enthralled and watch the whole thing. But it's just sitting down and doing it and not being distracted, paying attention to it. It's so easy to get distracted on your phone while you're watching something and just kind of lose interest.
I mean, to me, I don't even think the first episode of Game of Thrones is the best because I watched Game of Thrones when it first came out, like at least when the first season was out, because it's when everyone was talking about or like hyping up the people that read the books. And I watched it and I didn't get into it. I just watched it and that was it. Never went further with it. So
Yeah.
I had to make the effort to keep going.
Got to
So
put in the work.
exactly, you got to watch all these episodes. Don't be a bitch.
Yeah, that's what Trent is going through with Marvel right now. Well, he's still trying to catch up. He's close, but like he's had to watch so many side series and video movies and stuff like that to be able to be caught up and hopefully see Thor in theaters.
Yeah.
But it's a lot. And Jersey D said he saw the original cartoon of the Lord of the Rings in movie theaters in the late '70s.
Really, that's cool. I really like the little cartoon. To me, I think that's like they do such a good job of summarizing it. So
Yeah, I saw it years ago. I need to watch it again.
yes, I watched it one time in like fifth or sixth grade. Like one day, like on our rainy day, like 3 days, they made us watch them. So I like the cartoon. They also made us watch the old Narnia movies on rainy days. So
Okay, I like the first one. Also, Trent said he's on episode 4 of What If. I can't remember
oh,
which one that one is, but What If was definitely not my favorite.
I don't know. What If has a couple of good ones though. Like there's the
Yeah,
mystery one, and then a couple others that are decent. So
yeah, I like the zombie one and the mystery one, and the last one's pretty
the
good.
last one, yeah.
Yeah, Creepy Clown Girl said legends like the Hand of Glory have always fascinated me. Yeah, it's really crazy, like how many I don't want to say the just occult items, but just like cursed items have existed over the years. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, well, talking about the MCU and everything. What about the Bible, the ultimate, where they just put a whole bunch of books and testaments together? Are you a Bible guy? guy?
Yeah, man, like the crossover in the last chapter of the Bible, man.
It just builds so good to the end
Like
until it
I,
all ends.
man, I thought he was dead for sure, but like, nah, man, like he just came back and like,
3 days later, holy
yeah,
shit!
they didn't wait. But no, like I'm not really a Bible guy. Like hopefully my parents aren't watching this. I know they're not because they don't support my content. But
You don't support my dreams.
yeah, I'll be like, yeah, did you see my new video? She's like, no, honey, I was too busy watching podcasts about Q stuff. But yeah, I'm not like I grew up Baptist, and just over the years, like when my grandma passed away, we stopped going to church, and that was when I was like in fifth grade. And I just kind of like over time kind of moved away from it. Like I don't hate on the church. If you're religious, that's cool. But it's not really my thing. I kind of take hints from the Bible. Like I live my life in a way that do unto others as you want to be treated. I know I butchered that, but like I try to be a good person, but I'm not a big religious person.
Yeah, is your dad still? Does he read the Bible?
Yeah,
That thing? I thought he did. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
he reads the Bible a lot, and like if he found out that I was saying this, he'd probably disown me.
Oh come on, dude. Your
So
dad. I don't know. You should
yeah,
ask him. So you should ask him about the Seal of Solomon because I'd heard about this before but never read more about it. But so the Seal of Solomon was the signet ring that the king, well, King Solomon would wear, and in medieval Arabic traditions, it was considered the predecessor of the Star of David because it looks very similar. But supposedly the ring and the signet gave Solomon the power to command demons, the jinn or the genies, spirits from like the Arabic times. It also gave him the power to speak with animals. And according to legend, it was given to Solomon by heaven and was made of brass and iron. The ring came from heaven and was inscribed with the most great name of God on it. Whatever happened to it? Is it a missing holy relic that they should have been searching for in World War II, like other relics or like in Indiana Jones? In Islam, Some believe that the beast of the earth, which will appear near the last judgment, will come bearing the seal of Solomon, and will be used to stamp out the noses of stamp the noses of the non-believers. What do you think happened to the magical heavenly ring? Was it lost to time? Is it waiting to be rediscovered, or will it make an appearance during the end of times?
Oh God. Hopefully it never shows up because we'll find a way to fuck everything up. That would have made World War II a lot more interesting. And World War II was already pretty interesting. So it's like that would have been crazy. It's like Wolfenstein, real life.
Imagine just like the atomic bombs, and someone's like, "Wait, I got the seal of Solomon."
Oh yeah,
Boom.
man, screw this. Never would have learned about Einstein. Just
Yeah.
all the demons and jinns going around. That's crazy
Yeah.
though. It's like it can either command demons, jinns, and spirits, or it can talk to animals. But either way, you're gonna win. Like you could do some crazy stuff. Like I've seen Doctor Doolittle. His power was untapped. He could have really started some trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I hadn't heard of that one. I'll have to ask him sometime about it. Because he'll tell me like random stories from the Bible, and it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. You know, sounds like a pretty bad time back then. But
My favorite. I'm gonna butcher this story, and I actually read this story in the Bible, but it's my favorite. It's one of the first 5 books where where basically the tribe or whatever, they have one of their daughters, like another group takes them away, another town or tribe takes the daughter and like either rapes her or does something to her. So they like go to them and try to be like, oh, okay, well you can marry her since she's unclean or whatever, but be able to marry her, you guys have to all get circumcised so you can be part of our religion because we're all circumcised. So they get all the males to get circumcised so they can all join because they're already wealthy and everything to take part in it. So once they all do the circumcision, that night when they're healing from it, they just go in and kill them all when they can't defend themselves.
wow.
Yeah, that's in the Bible. It's a real story. I butchered it, but that's a real crazy thing where it's like where they got vengeance by making them all get circumcised and then killing them when they couldn't protect themselves.
Can you imagine like agreeing to join a club, but that's the hazing process. You have to get your dick snipped. Like
Yeah, exactly.
that sounds like a
Yeah,
bad time.
yeah, yeah.
Oh man, Bible times are weird. Let me
Yeah.
catch up with the chat real quick. Johnny said the zombie episode and Doctor Strange one were really good. They were both really good. I like
Yeah.
those both. And Trench said he's seen Captain Carter, Star Lord, and the Avengers getting killed, which
Hmm.
was the mystery one, I think.
Spoilers for the people who haven't seen that. Damn.
It's just a what if, man. Just what if. Jersey
What
D
if that
said
did
Witcher
happen?
fan. That would be crazy. But yeah, Jersey D said he's a Witcher fan, which that's another show I've heard
Yeah.
is really good.
Witcher, so that's when people are saying that you should try to get into fantasy. Because I have these, for some reason I get this book YouTuber always recommending like fantasy books to me on YouTube, even though I never click it. And I'm just like, they're always like Witcher, the beginner's guide to fantasy or something like that. So,
Yeah, it looks good. Have you seen any more about the Halo show?
just that they had sexy times and let's see what else. I don't know, it just says a travesty. I don't know. Train
Yeah.
wreck.
Spoiler alert for anyone that wants to watch the Halo show, but let me go ahead and throw this in there. Spoiler alert in 3, 2, 1. He dies.
What?
Yeah, he's dead, and Cortana takes over his body.
Are you
So,
kidding me?
No.
That's how. What?
Yeah.
I watched it. I mean, I read the stuff on Reddit about it because I don't think I'm ever gonna watch it. What?
Yeah, and he dies. Cortana takes over his body, and then like that's the first time he ever acts like the actual Master Chief. He goes just like massacring people. But he loses his virginity to a Covenant spy,
Yeah, I got that far with the
which
Reddit threads.
which apparently leads to the fall of Harvest or Reach, one or the other. And
Yeah.
then he dies and gets like taken over by Cortana. And like from now he's just a zombie being controlled by Cortana.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was telling Trent I want to watch it and just do a review. It's like everything wrong with the Halo show.
You should do it. You should definitely
The
do it.
problem is I don't want to watch the Halo show. I
Well, it
got
sounds like
I got like halfway through the first episode and I had to like skip to the end, and that's when I saw him without his helmet, and I was like, this isn't for me.
I didn't even know it got enough. I thought I read all the spoilers for it because I even watched the videos of like making fun of it, and I'm just like, I hadn't heard that part.
Yeah, I watched the video on YouTube. It's real. So I might still do that video after I get my Captain Crunch video done.
Yeah,
Which-
whatever happened to that? I was literally referencing that to Rebecca because she was like, I think I could be an actor. I'm like, I know I can't because the first time I really tried to do it with someone else directing me with something that wasn't my idea, I just laughed the whole time.
I've been told I'm
So-
a bad director though, so like it makes sense. I know Michael complained about it because like I'm so ADHD that I'm just like do this the way I'm thinking it. And it's hard to convey that. But no, I think it turned out well. I'm still editing it, but it should be out this Friday, no later than.
Oh, that's good. I'm excited to see myself. I'm just
Yeah, you're very briefly in it.
no, I laughed really good at that. That was like because I just would laugh. It was a good time. We should do it more.
Yeah, I'm definitely down for that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So next Friday is probably the day. Keep an eye out for that if you want to watch my new video. Hopefully it'll give me enough hours. But yeah, Trent just said The Witcher show is really good. So I definitely need to add that to the list. I got to watch Sons of Anarchy, Sopranos, probably Game of Thrones. There's some other stuff. I don't know. There's a lot. But anyway, let me see.
It's the cup of life or holy grail.
Oh, well, you did have this thing right here. It's, wait.
Oh, I went on a little tangent. Yeah, you could read the tangent, dude.
Okay. So, do you think, Creepy Clown Girl said next Saturday is my birthday. Well, happy early birthday. That's awesome.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. Hopefully you get everything you want and more. And on that note of happiness and birthdays, do you think things are going to get better or worse? Was the pandemic the tip of the iceberg, or is it all clear sailing from here? No, it's going to get worse. Like, I think, honestly, I was telling them last night, like, the pandemic was not bad to me. Like, I had a pretty good time. I just had an excuse for staying inside, watching nothing but TV, and, like, they introduced curbside service for most restaurants I used to have to go into, so now I don't even have to get out of my car. It's been a great time to be an introvert. But as far as the whole wearing masks thing, that kind of sucks. But it hasn't really affected me that much, because in 2 years, I didn't go out that much. Still don't. I see people once a month. That's about it.
And I'm happy doing it. Looks like, and I'm happy.
Yeah, I hope it goes on forever.
No, the most annoying thing to me is the fact that Chick-fil-A stopped their like online like curbside thing. Now you have to go through the
Yeah.
drive-thru again. Like, what is this? Like, why don't we all just do like that was a perfect system. Why do I have to tell you like my order over the speaker thing? Why don't I just do it in the app and you bring it to my car? Like that was
Yeah.
a fun time.
I literally ordered Domino's once, and like it was right when they stopped doing the curbside service, and I didn't realize it till I was on the way, and it was like saying I had to come in, and I called and told them I was in the wrong city and that I'd accidentally ordered from the wrong Domino's, just so I wouldn't have to go in. Because like my pickup clothes are very just gym shorts, flip flops, dingy t-shirts. Like, I'm not trying to go in public. I got curbside service so you could bring the public to me. So I really do miss some of that, but it's okay. It'll come back.
Hopefully. Well,
Yeah.
because it's never over. Everyone always thinks the sky's falling, the end of the world's coming, and something worse is always going to happen. But it's an amazing time to be alive still. We still have air conditioning. We get to hang out. Even though like the pandemic, we had it. It wasn't the worst if you managed to make it through it. Okay, I mean, got to hang out, watch some Netflix.
Yeah.
For 2 years. It's fine. We survived. You guys. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, those 2 years went by alarmingly quickly. Like, I am concerned about how quickly they went by, because like it seems like just yesterday I was hearing about this new COVID thing coming, and I was like, I'm gonna probably die.
Well, what about this? Here's something we haven't done in like 2 years because of what about roller coasters and everything like
Yeah,
that? You missed that.
I'll literally be at work looking at new roller coasters, being like, man, I want to go so bad, because I love roller coasters so much. I miss them a lot. But and they've got some really cool new ones at Busch Gardens and Kings Dominion, Carowinds. There's a
Yeah, I
lot
think
of
this
cool
is the
stuff.
longest I've gone without going on a roller coaster.
Yeah, like there's tons of new roller coasters. And I saw something the other day that blew my mind. This might not mean a lot to most people here, but Verbolten just celebrated its 10-year anniversary.
What?
10. I wrote it before it officially opened, and it seems like a couple years ago. 10 years. It's wild.
Well, I almost said when we were talking about Breaking Bad, it's been like 9 years since Breaking Bad ended. Next year will make 10 years since it ended, which is crazy to think
Wow.
about.
Do you think they'll ever make another series?
I
Like
don't
of
know.
the
I
life of
mean,
Jesse?
maybe if they could. I don't know. I just want them to trust it and know that they could do something with it. Like I like the two series and the movie and everything, but
Yeah.
it's turned out better than a lot of shows that have tried to do stuff like that. So
Have you seen the new animated show, Slipping Jimmy?
no, I haven't. No.
They say it's horrible.
Oh, okay.
Really depressing. Like they say it's
Oh,
like Big Mouth, but Better Call Saul.
no.
It's like when he was a kid.
I didn't know that was a thing. I hadn't even heard of that.
Apparently
So
it just came out, but like people were saying it was like one of the worst shows I've ever seen. So that's depressing.
I'll try to stay away from that then.
Yeah.
So.
Now you got to be a perfectionist, man. You got to be a completionist. You got to watch it all.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, have you seen the Metastasis one in the Colombian version of Breaking Bad?
Yeah, I have Walter Blanco.
Yeah, yeah,
I've seen
yeah.
that.
Jesse Rosa or whatever.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of like comparisons, and it's just
Jose
really.
Rosa or
I don't
something
know
like
how
that.
they got away with it.
Yeah.
You would think there'd be some kind of copyright infringement there, but who knows? Have you? Speaking of copyright infringement, have you seen the new Winnie the Pooh movie coming out?
No, I just heard that there were a couple of there was stuff like that coming out because they just entered public domain. So yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a Winnie the Pooh horror movie coming out, and it focuses on like it's a world where Christopher Robin stopped coming to the 100 Acre Wood, and Pooh and Piglet had to learn to fend for themselves, and they became like rabid. And it's gonna be a good time. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see what all these what Disney's gonna do when all of these characters that they held so dear are just now public property.
I
So,
mean, it's kind of fucked up that Disney fights copyrights so strongly because a lot of their early stuff that took off was based off of other people's works that was in the public domain.
yeah, because
So
wasn't like Mickey? Was it Mickey that came first, or was it Felix the cat, or like what is it, Oliver the rabbit? I
I
can't
don't know,
remember.
but I know like Snow White, all that. Let's see what it like
Yeah, because that
the
was all Grimm's tales, wasn't it?
yeah, all the Grimtale like ones like even like Frozen, Tangled, all that stuff's based off of old things. And you can even say like the Lion King's based on Shakespeare, all that stuff. You
They
can
also said the
go
Lion
back.
King was stolen from like the animation was stolen from like Kimba the White Lion.
Oh yeah, the Kimba stuff is pretty crazy. Like that's definitely a thing. So
Yeah,
when you go down that rabbit hole, so
yeah. Oh, speaking of which, have you seen Chippendale yet?
no, I still haven't. That instead of watching that this weekend on Friday we rewatched Top Gun, and then Saturday
I I I watched Top Gun
what,
for the first time.
did you like it?
I did. I liked it. They
Okay,
said that Ben and Amanda were saying the new one's amazing.
it's supposed to be good. Well, me and like Michael's already seen it, but me and him were gonna go see it sometime this week. Or is there a day you're off this coming week?
I'll be off Monday night, Tuesday night I work, so Wednesday night, Thursday night I'll be off.
Okay, I was thinking about doing it Thursday, like going to the first showing, like
Yeah,
around like 4ish, I guess.
I'd be down.
So
I'd like to
yeah,
see it.
like
Like they say that seeing in theaters is the way to go. They saw it in IMAX, which I'm sure was amazing.
oh my, that sounds amazing. I just
Literally,
can't believe
yeah.
that people say it's lived up to the expectations of the for like like a sequel like 30 or 20 years later or something like that that people actually enjoy.
Amanda said it put the first one to shame. Like she went back and watched the
Really?
first one, and it wasn't nearly as good as she had thought it would be.
Well, we just rewatched it, so and I was like, did I just like this movie because I was a kid and was like, planes go fast.
Yeah, brr.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, I thought it was good, but like I was telling them last night, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen Top Gun, but it's just like the death of Goose was kind of unceremonious. They're just like,
yeah,
he's dead. Yeah, I
deal
know.
with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then she's like sitting there in his underwear. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna just cry in the mirror for like a second, and then we're gonna get on with the story." Which it's whatever. It was a good movie. I like how much like money they got out of using the same two songs the entire movie.
Yeah.
It's just like Danger Zone and Take My Breath Away. They just played the same song over and over again through the movie.
And supposedly something I read in the trivia after watching it, talking about reusing it. Every missile shot you see in that movie, like exploding, is the same missile shot filmed from different like angles because they could only
Really?
get cleared to use one missile shot. And there was like another one at the end that's like a reconstructed one, like where they use on like a diorama set that they use with special effects. And supposedly, like the Department of Defense thought that one they used at the end was another missile that they had gotten like unauthorized use of, and they did a like actual federal investigation to make sure it was actual a diorama and not they blew up something for real. So
Wow, that's crazy.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, definitely let me know. I would like to see that.
yeah. Well, Thursday that's what we're looking at doing. So because I want to see it. So I was a big Top Gun fan as a kid. So
Yeah, I never really watched it, so it was all new to me. But back
yeah,
to
Rebecca.
the topic. Oh, sorry.
Okay,
continue.
yeah. Go with the Cup of Life. I was gonna say yeah. Rebecca hadn't seen it, so we watched it together Friday night. So
Yeah, I think it'll be good. So, do you think we'll ever find the Cup of Life or the Holy Grail? Do you think it might exist?
maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I think it might exist. I don't think it probably does what it's supposed to do, but it probably exists. I think maybe a physical one exists somewhere.
Yeah.
But the cup of Jamshed was said to be filled with the elixir of immortality and was owned by the ancient Iranian king Jamshed of the Pashidadian dynasty. It was also known as a cup of divination and was said that all the world and all seven heavens of the universe could be seen by looking at it. Looking in it. A true cup of life that was an artifact of Zoroastrianism.
That's right.
I did that right. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. Was it lost when Zoroastrianism slowly disappeared as Christianity and Islam became the most popular religions in the area? Zoroastrianism was a minority religion in ancient Iran. It's one of the world's oldest religions still in existence. It predates the birth of both Christianity and Islam by centuries and was once the official religion of the Persian Empire. Would you even want to live forever? We already went over that.
Yeah.
Would you share the gift of eternal life with those closest to you?
Yeah,
Definitely.
we already covered that. Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we're making progress. But yeah, definitely. Oh, Kenneth's here. I said hi, Ethan and Blake. How's it going, man? Good to see you.
I'm glad you're here. I hadn't heard from you, but I literally was just thinking, I was like, I haven't heard from Chris. Is he okay? I hope you're having a good start to your summer starting. So you guys are,
Yeah.
your family's doing well.
Our streams are our check-ins to make sure everyone's doing all right. Everybody has to come pay a visit. So,
Yeah.
are you a fan of the John Wick movies or The Matrix?
Oh yeah, definitely. I like both, and I even like there's one with Bob Odenkirk. If you haven't seen it, Nobody. That is
need
really
to.
good.
I
That is so good.
I accidentally saw a
So-
clip of that. It was like Saul Goodman gets in a fight on a bus, and I watched the whole clip. I was like, "Oh, this looks really good."
All of it is like that though. You should watch it. Have you seen the John Wick movies?
No, I haven't seen The Matrix.
Oh,
Never
damn,
seen
dude,
The
you need to
Matrix,
watch-
John Wick. Never seen. There's so many movies I haven't seen.
John Wick. You should definitely start with John Wick. One like Nobody's made by the people who made John Wick. Like the writers, direct, like the or the filmographers or whatever. Even the like the people who did the stunts and action scenes in The Matrix. I think is supposedly the guy who directed John Wick. So like all three are kind of connected. So, but really, I think John Wick's a good starting spot. Watch Nobody, then go back and watch the first Matrix, and then the other ones if you have time. So, but it's definitely worth watching.
Yeah, I need to. There's like after the Top Gun, it kind of woke me up a little bit to be like, okay, I'd probably enjoy some of these older movies that I've slept on for so long. Because like I like Back to the Future, and I didn't see that until a couple years ago.
Yeah, I still haven't watched Back to the Future, and I'm too scared to do it.
It's good.
I know I need to. So
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I actually ended up watching all three of them, and they were all pretty good. Navi's over here snoring.
yeah. Now that you haven't seen John Wick, now I forgot to look up how to pronounce this. The Baba Yaga, the Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
Baba,
That was an
Baba
Ant-Man
Yaga.
too.
Is it okay?
Yeah,
Baba
it was like
Yaga.
the
Say it one more
guy's
time.
he's like he thought that Ghost, the girl that could phase through things. He's like, oh, it's Baba Yaga.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they call John Wick, and it supposedly comes from mainly like Russian or Slavic folklore. She's a mortar-riding, pestle-wielding, and sometimes cannibalistic witch with a wild personality, and she lives in a cabin that's made from chicken legs, and that's where she lives in her nice little home in the forest. She can be anything from the evil sorceress in the woods to a chaotic neutral helper, or simply like a motherly protector of the forest. Typically the Baba Yaga is pictured as an old, white-haired lady riding around on her pestle. And in some stories, it's said that she commands the winds, and she can black out the sun, and she can perform other types of sorcery, like that will either hinder or aid the hero in the story. Her house is said to have a fence of human bone, and her doorpost is a human femur, and her locks are made from human teeth.
Yikes.
Would you take a chance and search for her old home deep in the forest and try to steal her mythical mortar and pestle? Have a chance to steal some of the legendary witch's power? This one's pretty much 100% myth, but I hadn't really heard of it until the John Wick movies. Apparently Ant-Man, I watched Ant-Man, didn't even really make the connection, so there you go.
Yeah.
So
It was like one of the side characters, like one of the crew members that he has. He's like, he's Baba Yaga. But yeah, it's good. I would definitely not go searching for it because I've seen the Blair Witch Project.
that's true. That's another thing. What if she was the Blair Witch just deep in the woods? So who's to know?
That's a bad time. That's a good movie, but that's another old movie that I watched like last year for the first time and really liked it.
How have you not seen that one? I remember being so scared from that one.
I was too busy watching Dragon Ball Z as a kid to watch any of these adult movies, man. I'm still trying to get my brain around adult movies.
No.
You're telling me it doesn't have a single cartoon? No talking animals?
Yeah.
Not my thing. But
So the interesting thing about this legend is that she's so wild, and she kind of rejects every traditional societal standard for like Russian women and Slavic women at the time. She's both like a symbol of Mother Nature. She can also be a symbol for death, and she's just like a crazy one that just appears in these different myths throughout their folklore. She's a good balance between life and death, the wilds of humanity, and she's prevalent in so many stories as the wild woman in the forest who doesn't adhere to any laws but her own. So there we go. That means we're 8 down at this point. 8 down. So something is the stream still going is what I put at this point.
yeah, Ethan's still going. He hasn't frozen yet, so that's a good sign.
It's a top 10 list. I'm lagging on my side. Am I lagging in real life?
You lagged for a second, but I think we're good now. Let me make sure.
Okay, I was wondering.
Yeah, I think we're good. Let me know if everyone can hear him right.
Okay.
Also,
yeah, it's a little scary.
Yeah, Jersey D said they have Baba Yaga in The Witcher too. So we just have to watch The Witcher.
Yeah, we need to.
I'll have to get back to you on that and say how we liked it, but I think we'd like it. So, Ethan, no. Ethan, no. We just talked about how you didn't freeze.
Did I just freeze?
You did freeze. You didn't even know it. That's scary. It's like death, man. It just hits you. You don't even know you're dead. You're back now,
man.
though.
Okay, it's a little scary. I don't know why it's even doing this because I don't have.
Oh, there it goes again. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're back. All right, maybe we should figure out a game plan. What do you want to do? Do you want to skip? You want to skip to the end, or?
Well, there's something I really wanted to film at the end. Hold on, because I was going to use it in a video. Hold on.
Just so you know, Creepy Clown Girl, that $5 will go towards Ethan's buy a new laptop fund. So
it's eventually coming whenever I can get one in stock. That's the main thing. Okay, so can we stop and restart and finish the stream? Like, let me restart, or I'll just rejoin you. I can reset my laptop and rejoin it because that almost worked last time.
Go for it.
You can read the last story because there is this one story at the end because I wanted to put it into us talking at the end of the video. So I'll restart it and you just carry it with the stuff. We have 2 stories left, and I'll join the Discord call when I'm back. Okay.
So you want me to do the Eastern religions?
Yeah, and there should be one more after that if I'm not back. Last time, it restarted kind of quick last time. So let me see. Hopefully this works. If not, I love you guys. Thanks for watching this far.
Yeah, we'll find out.
And if not, just stop at the Guidestones. We'll talk about that at a different time. But hopefully that's what I want to read about and us talk about at the very end. So okay, I'll be right back.
Okay, good luck.
All right, yeah, good luck.
All right, so are you a fan of Eastern religions? Have you done any soul searching in that direction? Is it your cup of tea? If you aren't a fan of Eastern religions, maybe you're a fan of being able to wield the Kaladanda, the staff of death that belongs to the god of death. Basically, you take over for the Grim Reaper and cut them down with your staff that is definitely not a scythe. Wouldn't that be a fun job? The Hindu god of death, Yama, is also known as King of the Ancestors and the final judge of the destination of souls. He has a magic staff called the Kaladanda, the Staff of Death, which could kill anybody. Didn't matter what kind of protections you had or what kind of special person you were. If Yama wanted you were dead by his magic stick. Or Yama. I wonder if it's like King Yama from Dragon Ball Z. And then he judged you and decided where your soul would spend eternity. That's definitely got to be King Yama. So imagine what someone would do if they had control over the Staff of Death. Maybe it's similar to the feeling of being the one who controls a nuclear arsenal. Just being like, fuck it, I can end it all right now if I wanted to. Fade to black. But yeah, that's pretty wild. I mean, everyone pretty much has a death scythe now. It's just a gun. But do what you gotta do. But that's pretty cool. It's cool to see how like all of these anime and things have like taken from mythology. Like I didn't know anything about Yama or Yama, however you want to pronounce it. But that's pretty cool. So while we're on the topic of that, Trench said ultimate power. Yeah, just all the power in the world. So collective unconscious. So while we're on that topic, what is you all's favorite anime of all time? You only get one answer. Or if you don't watch anime, what's your favorite show of all time? And we'll talk about that till Ethan gets back. Ryan said Yu Yu. Yu Yu Hakusho is definitely, it's so good. I love it a lot. Kenneth said happy birthday next Saturday, Creepy Clown Girl. Yeah, happy birthday. Trench said Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan's really good. I'm upset that they're doing the anime and like the final season's like 3 parts and they didn't sell it like that. It was like, here comes the final season. Then they got to the a certain episode. They were like, stay tuned for part 2. Then they got to the end of part 2 and they're like, stay tuned for part 3. So people are getting mad. I'm getting really mad about all of the shows doing part 1 and part 2. Like I want it just dropped so I can binge it. Nihongo Johnny said Hellgirl. I haven't seen Hellgirl. I'll have to check that out. Is it good? Well, I mean, you said your favorite one, so I'm sure it is good. You have a very, I'm sure, cultured taste on anime, since you're all about Japanese culture already. Is Ethan back? It's popping up like he might be. There he is. Oh, he's tiny. Let me make him. There we go. Welcome back.
Oh man, can you hear me? How far did you get?
I'm done, man. Everyone's gone.
Oh damn, fuck.
No, I'm fine. No, we're still going.
Okay.
But yeah, Jersey D. I asked everyone what their favorite anime of all time was. Jersey D said Inuyasha. Inuyasha's a really good one. I really
haven't
like
seen
Inuyasha.
that one either. I need to get I need to get it together.
Yeah, I watched a lot of Toonami as a kid. So like Toonami and Adult Swim, like you'd see all the animes just one after another. It'd be like Full Metal Alchemist, Inuyasha, Yu Yu Hakusho was on there for a while, Trigun, Cowboy Bebop. Like they're so good because like I'd be up, I couldn't sleep, and that was like my it would keep me busy. So I learned a lot about anime. And Dawson said he likes your shirt. It is a really cool shirt. I like it a lot.
This was almost my shirt for the 90s theme party. I really missed you there, Dotson. I didn't know you weren't going to be there. That was like the number one thing that we didn't like about it because you had the wedding. So, but what shirt did I end up wearing? It was something. Oh, it was my Rocco's Modern Life shirt. So
yeah, Ethan has a lot of 90s. Like you should be retrograde.
Like
Ethan, like every time I see him, he pops up. He's wearing like Legends of the Hidden Temple, Rocco's Modern Life.
Legends of the Hidden Temple is one of my favorite. There's one I did want to wear. Oh, like Rebecca gets me these shirts because she knows I like it. Like when I was a kid, one that I really wanted to wear for this '90s theme party was she got me this Mighty Ducks jersey from like the original movie that they wear from when they're District 5, and I was gonna wear that, but it was like 90 degrees that night, and I was like, I'm not wearing this long sleeve shirt. So.
Yeah, that would have been hot. I mean, like physically hot. I
Yeah,
mean, temperaturely hot.
yeah.
Jersey D said Inuyasha's follow-up series is Yashahime. I haven't seen that actually. I've been meaning to. I saw the manga came out, but I hadn't read it. Nahongo Johnny said, I miss 90s Nick so much. Like, 90s Nick is so great. And if you
Yeah.
didn't know, I've got a channel I'm doing now called Retrograde. I know I mentioned it earlier, but I'm just covering, like, stuff from the 90s, basically. Like, just anything from our childhood, like, Kablam. And I want to do a series on, like, 3 Nick shows you forgot existed. Like, I think that'd
That's
be
a good
fun.
one.
Like, I wanted to cover, like, A Thousand Good Deeds or Eddie McDowell, Cousin Skeeter, like other kind of obscure shows that no one remembers. So I think it'd be fun. I love The Adventures of Pete and Pete so much as an adult. I haven't seen that in years.
Was that Dotson that said that?
Yeah, Dawson said
Oh,
that.
yeah, I knew that because he's the one who's told me about that. I still haven't really gone into that, but there was something else me and Rebecca, after you told us about it or mentioned it, Dotson, we saw it come up in something else where someone was talking about it. So,
Yeah, but like 90s Nick and 90s I mean, not Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network. Even the Disney Channel had some bangers. But like it's just such a good time to be a kid. And now I saw where Disney Channel apparently is either Disney Channel or Disney like XD is no longer a thing. And
what?
like it's now a Marvel channel.
I didn't know that.
And apparently, like I popped up on a video, and it was like they had a video like at midnight. It turned into Marvel, so it was like a countdown. Like the Jungle Book had come on, and it was a countdown and the credits. And then at 12 o'clock, like the logo changed from Disney XD to Marvel Now, or Marvel World, or whatever it's called. And it's like
That's sad.
I would have been
That's
depressed
different.
as a kid. Like you love
Yeah.
Cartoon Network, and then one day it just turns into Shopping Network. It's like that sucks. Dawson said Disney is evil. Disney is definitely not as pure as they want you to think they are.
Yeah.
And that's why you need to watch The Boys, because Disney and Vought are the same company. It's such a good show. Kenneth said, I used to love Nick at Night. I liked Are You Afraid of the Dark? Yes! Are You Afraid of the Dark? I did a video, like a little short on it. I want to do a longer video for Halloween. I can't wait till Halloween comes around. I'm going to make so many creepy videos. But, like, Are You Afraid of the Dark creeped me the fuck out as a kid. That and Goosebumps. But Are You Afraid of the Dark? Like, the pool monster.
Yeah, are you the afraid? Yeah, that. Yeah.
Yeah, the pool monster was terrifying. The clowns, like, I really got creeped out by the clowns. There was a couple episodes of that. But, yeah, Are You Afraid of the
Do you
Dark?
watch the new one, the remake one?
No, I've heard it's not bad, though. Like,
I haven't
it
seen
was like
it.
a Reddit thread I read. They said it was pretty good. Trench said Ethan needs to watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He does
I
need to watch
know.
It's
I
Always
know.
Sunny in
There's
Philadelphia.
so many things I need to watch, guys. I'm sorry.
You can just pick a random episode of It's Always Sunny. Like, I can give you a list of like just 3 episodes to choose from. You just watch one of them, and you'll know what you're in for. But it's so
I mean,
good.
I've seen a few episodes when I was in college because I had a friend that was really into it. So there was I've seen probably like 7 or 8 episodes, and one of like probably like the 6th or 8th season, something like that. Because I'd watch them with him like when they'd come out. But after that, I never kept it going. Oh fuck! Here's one that I watched a lot in college was Wilfred. Did you ever watch Wilfred?
I did, and I didn't watch it in its entirety, which I wish I did, because I watched a video recently about like what like the real meaning of Wilfred and like what's
Yeah. Did
actually
you see
going
the end
on.
of it and everything?
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they say that,
Wilfred's one of my favorite deep shows. That's also funny. So.
yeah, because there was like a part where like they're running out of the basement, but if you look at it, it's actually just the closet. And it's
Yeah.
like it's pretty cool. I definitely want to watch that again, like in its entirety. And Jersey D said, "Have you seen the anime Parasite?" And I haven't, but I know what you're talking about. It looks really gory. I want to watch it, and Trench said it's really good.
I haven't seen it. No.
Yeah, I would like to watch that. I need to watch the anime and the actual movie. I know it's unrelated, but they say the movie Parasite is really good. A lot
No,
of
we
Parasite.
saw Parasite. The movie was good. I haven't seen the
Yeah.
anime.
See, because when I heard about the movie, I thought it was like an anime like rendition, like a real life rendition of the anime. But then I was like, oh, they're different. But it looks really, really cool. It's kind of like The Thing from what I've seen, like the animation of the Parasite anime. Like it's
Oh,
very
did you ever
grotesque.
Yeah, did you ever watch Squid Games?
Yes, I actually I put it off for a while, but when I finally watched, because I thought I knew everything I had to know about it from just seeing it and talking about it, But it was really good. I really I didn't realize it was so well shot until I actually sat down and watched it.
Did you ever watch the Mr. Beast Squid Games?
I think I did. Yeah, I did see that. Mr. Beast has some really cool videos.
Did I ever tell you my uncle works for Mr. Beast now?
What?
Yeah,
Dude, why don't you get us a collab?
That's what Rebecca says all the time. So my uncle does special effects and rinse out like video equipment and does like spotlights and does like works concerts and shows and all this stuff. And we're in Virginia, which is we're only like 2 hours away from his warehouse or whatever. And my uncle goes all over. Like he goes to like North Carolina, South Carolina, in Georgia, back when Georgia was being like a big film place. But yeah, ever since like he's done like eight to 10 videos now with him on different things, because he'll tell me stuff that's coming up to watch for like watch this, like that's one I did, and we're like, oh, and he'll tell me all these things that happen like behind the scenes and all this stuff. So
dude, I guarantee if you told him to tell him that he has like, you know, family that's they're YouTubers, we could get in on a video. I feel like he would do it. I don't know what we would be doing, but we could do it.
I need to tell him like if he needs extras for anything. Like, we could have been in the Squid Games video. He didn't work on that one though, so he's like I can point out the ones he's done, and he tells me stuff like they're planning like way in advance. Like he'll be like, "Oh, this is coming up. Check out this. Be sure to watch it." I don't know. So
tell him to get us famous. We need to be in on this.
That's what Rebecca says all the time. She's like, "Why are you even just like talking to him? Just tell him to like.
Why don't you do it with him? Ethan, do it. This is our chance. He has so many, like, such a big audience. We could have a Mr. Beast ghost investigation.
No, like I think one of the first videos I think he did was the Mr. Beast burger one or whatever, and like he couldn't believe like how many people were like wrapped around trying to get the burgers or whatever, and just like all the stuff that was going on. So he just can't believe like how many people get excited by it and just seeing it. So and he's worked on like movies and all this stuff his whole life. So
just tell him, be like, can you retweet this tweet?
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I need you to do. I'll work for free. Just retweet this tweet.
Yeah.
That'd be insane. I would love to like do an event like that. That'd be cool. It'd be cool to be able to get big enough to actually collaborate with other YouTubers like that. I mean, we have, but like, you know, huge YouTubers.
What do you mean? We've done some huge YouTuber. We've hung out with that chapter. We need to hang out with him again. So.
Yeah, get a new laptop so we can hang out with that chapter.
Yeah, so I'm not just fading out in the background.
Yeah, that chapter's really nice though. He was a good time. I'm surprised that live stream doesn't get more clicks, but it's probably for the best because I don't know if he would approve of like a 3-hour drunk live stream before he got famous.
It's still up there. It's got 3,000 views. That's something. 3,000 people found it. What?
Did you see the author of Gone Girl? It's like one of his fans.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. I was like, that's pretty crazy, dude.
Yeah.
He deserves it though. He's a really nice guy.
I mean, his videos kill it though. So.
Yeah, if he's like monetized, like if his videos are not getting demonetized, he's making good money.
He's definitely making good money either way. He probably, I mean, I just saw a thing where supposedly like once you have like 100,000 TikTok followers, like if you have a good enough niche, you can still be making like $1,000 brand deals, like for like $1,000 TikToks. So
yeah, it's crazy.
That's what you need. You need to sell out, Blake. Get that. Check out these band razors. Have you seen these 4 hymns razors?
Yeah, I'm already running out of band cartoons, so we're gonna have to switch up to something soon. Hopefully, people like it. I might have to do just band TV episodes or like controversies in cartoons because there's a lot of controversies that didn't get shows banned. So, and then I still have people all the time like, this isn't banned. I saw it. It's like, it means it was banned on Nickelodeon. Like, yeah, you can see it on YouTube. It's not like banned from viewing. It's not illegal to view it. How do you think I got the footage?
Yeah.
Dawson said I know plenty of banned cartoons. I've been into banned animation since high school. Yeah, man. I know a lot of them, but there's some of them I can't really cover because I'll probably get in trouble. I have to be careful. But it's fun. So yeah, watch my channel if you guys want to see banned cartoon videos. That's my claim to fame right now. I was a video game YouTube channel, and then that happened. I'm like, well, I'm just going to ride this train until I get monetized. But it's fun.
The videos I saw, it's like when you have success, you need to double down on that. Just keep selling out for that, man. Just keep doing the cartoons or whatever.
Yeah, well, I'm interested
So
in that stuff anyway. So like, retrograde was always meant to be just retro. Like, it didn't have to be gaming. I was used to making gaming videos. So
you get the nostalgia.
yeah, but it's a good time.
All
So
right.
anyway,
Before we end, I want to do the Guidestone thing because that's the whole reason for me restarting because I wanted to film it because this will be in an actual video. And if you might have seen the real video of it. It's in we talked about the Georgia Guidestones briefly in like a conspiracy video, and it's gonna have its own video. But Blake, have you heard of the Georgia Guidestones before? Do you remember them?
no, I feel like it
Yeah.
sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't remember what they were.
Yeah, it's a video I did. So I'm like, did Blake watch this video all the way through? Because it's like at the 10-minute mark. I'm like, Blake might not even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
So,
my bad. I have a bad
no, you're
memory
fine.
too.
Yeah. Well, it's like 3 minutes. I'm gonna re-upload it as its own thing because it's really interesting. I was gonna use this of us talking back and forth at the end. So there's this mysterious monument in Georgia which gives instructions on how to rebuild society after an unknown apocalyptic event. And it also functions as a compass, a calendar, and a clock. It's known as the Georgia Guidestones or American Stonehenge, and it's a granite monument that was erected in 1980 in Georgia in the United States. It's in a real rural area. It has a set of 10 guidelines which are inscribed on these through like 3 pillars, I think, and it's written in 8 different modern languages, and it has a few short messages inscribed at the top of the structure in other ancient languages. But the main guidelines that are listed are maintain humanity under 500,000. Wait,
500
can't read.
million.
500 million. There's an extra comma in there. Under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Guide reproduction wisely and improve fitness and diversity. Unite humanity with a living new language. Rule with passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Balance personal rights with social duties. Prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. And finally, be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature.
So we're not doing great at most of those.
Yeah, I mean this is meant to like basically reset people after like the end of the world or after the pandemic. I mean this went up years, like 30 years before the pandemic, but the anonymity of the Guidestones anonymity, there we go, however you say, the Guidestones authors and their apparent advocacy for population control, eugenics, internationalism have caused them to be a great target for controversy and conspiracy theories because they did just show up overnight. Do you agree with the Guidestones? I mean, they're kind of out there. There's also the monument itself is 19 feet tall, and it's made of 6 granite slabs. I said 3, but it's 6, and they weigh 237,000 pounds. In June of 1979, a man using the pseudonym of Robert C. Christian approached the Elberton Granite Finishing Company on commissioning the monument on behalf of a small group of loyal Americans, as they called themselves. He said that no one was to ever know his true identity or what the group he was representing was. Christian wanted the granite monument to be capable of withstanding catastrophic events and be able to function as a clock, calendar, compass, and a guide for future generations. With the guidelines written in English, Spanish, Swahili, Hindi, Hebrew, Arabic, Chinese, and Russian. Robert C. Christian also appeared to have an endless supply of money to fund the project, and the terms of the legal contract had all the plans to be destroyed after the completion of the monument. With arranging for payment, he explained that he represented a group of people that had been planning the Guidestones for the past 20 years, and they intended to remain anonymous. Many believed that the monument was funded by a group of Satanists or the New World Order. At the unveiling of the monument, a local minister proclaimed that he believed the monument was for the sun worshippers, for cult worship, or for devil worship. Others believe it to be a message or a wise prophecy, possibly the work of a centric man of science. What do you think? Who funded the Guidestones? Do you agree with their 10 commandments? Let us know. I mean, what do you think of American Stonehenge, Blake?
It's Bill Gates.
Bill
Bill
Gates.
Gates
You
and
think it's Bill Gates?
Obama.
They're trying to vaccine us.
They're trying to trick us with their fancy word stones. I ain't falling for it, not again.
They're gonna microchip us.
Yeah. But no, that's pretty crazy. I mean, honestly, some of the rules aren't bad, but like I could see them going wrong. Like, what do you do when we get close to 500 million people? How are you going to implement that? You know, and then it's like, you know, what was the other one? Prize, truth, beauty, and love, seeking harmony with the infinite. That sounds like Team Rocket. That's not a good time. Being not a
Also,
cancer on the earth, that's the most fun thing to do. What?
I was gonna say also like the prize, truth, and beauty thing. Like the beauty thing, it kind of sounds like in Spartan times, like where if you'd had like a deformed kid or something wrong with it, you just throw it off the cliff. Yeah. So prize beauty. You're not good enough. No, you're not being one of the 500 million. Sorry.
Yeah, Dawson said we have 8 billion people. That's crazy. I knew we had like 6 billion, that 8 billion. We're just too many people, man. But
yeah, so a 16th of that. Just wipe them all out. We're at 8 billion even with the pandemic. Was the pandemic even real then? Just kidding.
demonetized.
That's a joke. It's a joke, guys.
Deplatformed, demonetized,
I know,
canceled.
No. Our lady I knew really, really well passed away from the pandemic, so it's not good.
Me too. Like my dad's best friend passed away from it, and he still refused to get vaccinated. So it was like,
really?
Yeah, I was like, I
Damn.
thought that would make you want to do it. Also, hi Midnight Flicker. Thanks for joining. Said hello, guys. Glad to have you. It seems like we get more viewers the longer we stream.
Let's just go forever, man.
It's like
That's what I'm saying.
usually when Ethan drops out, like viewership jumps up. It's not because Ethan's gone, but it's like at the end of the stream, that's when we have the most people watching. Now,
Yeah, my laptop's like on a countdown when it happens though. Like that's why I'm like glad when we did the podcast with a creepy clown girl, like it was audio only. I didn't have to worry about it just like dying. So it made it to the end on that. So
yeah.
So do you think the monument, the Guidestones, do you think it's even creepier after the pandemic? Like, is there a group of people who wants or believes that the population of the Earth should be smaller?
It's kind of weird that seems to be a narrative going around, like, you know, population control, which that's been going on for a long time. But it does seem kind of to correlate with their views, the New World Order, all that stuff. So, who knows? Pretty cool, though. It's good that we have, instructions on how to build back better. That's where
exactly. Supposedly, so talking about build back better. Supposedly, like in the underneath all the Salt Lake flats in Utah, they have all the history of the Mormon church and everything. So one of the remaining things intact would be like the Mormon culture, and supposedly Scientologists have a whole like nuclear bunker full of that guy's work, so that like when humanity's all gone, that might be what's left. Is everyone's gonna think we were Scientologists and crazy? So
they're not wrong. Yeah, Dawson said the Adam and Stitch show starts on YouTube at 4:30 and it lasts until after midnight. Up your game. That's insane. I get like stir crazy after a couple hours. And then Navi's right now under the desk like, yo, it's time. Just like, why have I been stuck in this room for so long?
We'll knock it out. Hold on. So with the Guidestones, I've always wanted to visit them, but they're pretty much out in the middle of nowhere. So we've never actually passed through them, like near them when we were going through Georgia, because they're really, really out in the middle of nowhere. It's in an area that's full of just chicken farms. And supposedly like the area is surrounded by an insane amount of little tiny cameras now, since technology's caught up, so that they can see everything around the property, because it's always like full, like people always try to vandalize these stones, and they get graffitied and all this stuff happens to them, but they're always cleaned up and like remain in perfect condition. But who's watching on these cameras? Also, everyone thinks that Ted Turner was the dude that made the Guidestones or funded it. Have you heard of Ted Turner before, Blake?
I have. There's like Turner Classic Movies, and didn't he have something to do with Disney for a while?
No, it's actually Cartoon Network and CNN.
Okay.
And he was the creator of Cartoon Network, Captain Planet, and CNN, along with like TBS, TNT, all that stuff. So
Captain Planet, he's a hero. Gonna take pollution down to zero. That was a wild show.
Yeah, but he was an eccentric billionaire that was known as the Mouth of the South. He founded Turner Broadcasting and at one point donated $1 billion to the UN and called observers of Ash Wednesday Jesus freaks and said Christianity is a religion for losers. And he thinks people who are against abortion are bozos, and he advocates for a one-child policy in the United States, even though he has 5 children himself. He says, humanity, you only need to have one child. That's it. So,
hypocrites, man. That's why I said about Bill Gates is like, if he cares so much about population control, why doesn't he kill himself? But no, it's like they want everyone else to do it. You can just see Navi over here just like going ham on my hand, just like, yo, stop doing what you're doing. But yeah, and Trent said you're thinking of Michael Eisner. I was thinking of Michael Eisner. Dotson said Ted Turner owns a strip of land that runs from Canada to Mexico. What?
That's a real thing. Yeah, he owns he's one of the largest landowners in America. And if you've ever eaten at Ted Montana's Grill, is you eat his own bison that are raised on his land, and you can eat some bison burgers or bison steaks if you're into that. So,
like, why? That sounds kind of sketchy though, to have a plot of land that goes all the way from Canada to Mexico, so you could literally just traffic. And that's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's also that, and the fact that also talking to Bill Gates, saying Bill Gates has also become a really big landowner since then. So it's like, why are these billionaires buying up a bunch of land? What's going on? What's the secret behind it? So, but the idea that like Ted Turner's view with the one kid makes you think that he really agrees with the population control and eugenics, and he definitely seems like the type of person that would make everyone else around him wear a mask while he didn't wear a mask. Like, he's like the crazy eccentric billionaire, like it's his way or the highway. So let's make these Guidestones and kind of get rid of some people while we're at it.
It wouldn't surprise me. Billionaires don't care, man. We're not even people to them. We're just the means to an end. We're the ants and they're the queens. I had a shower thought the other day. I was just thinking about like how people at the top are so disconnected because they've never had to work a day in their lives. They have all the money in the world, and we have to work the majority of our lives away just to live, just to survive. And it's pretty depressing. So welcome to the Strangest, where we work a full-time job and also do YouTube in hopes of being able to get enough money to just chill a little bit.
Change out time for your currency, value of your life.
Yeah. How much do you value an hour of your life at? You're literally selling your life to companies, and they have enough money to pay for it. So,
and with gas prices, food prices, everything going through the roof, like it's crazy. A 4-piece Supreme at Bojangles is like $10 now after taxes. That's crazy.
That is a lot.
It is a lot. And it's like $4.13. That's before taxes, and like the 5-piece Supreme's like $9.99. So you have to go for that extra tender. Yeah. At least the good one that's out in the middle of nowhere. What? So like, so you have to get that extra chicken tender. But it's like, come on, you guys, what's going on here? It's over $10.
A lot of people here probably don't know what Bojangles is. Because
it's good.
It's so good. We've talked to Tringe's audience about it, like how it's like a southern thing, but it's so worth it. That and Cookout.
Yeah, Cookout was invented in Greensboro, North Carolina, and it took like in the 1980s, and it took like 30 years for it to reach where we're at in Virginia, which is a shame. Like, how did that take that long?
It's the best. It's one of the best restaurants. I might go there after this. Swamp Dweller said Cookout's amazing. Good to see you, man. Cookout is so good. I'm glad they have them down in Florida because, like, I don't know if they have them in Georgia. I know they're in North Carolina. They might not be in South Carolina. They might be in
they're in South Carolina now. They're in Darlington. They sponsor the Southern 500 race now in NASCAR. So they're in Darlington.
Like, where else can you just at 4 a.m. be like, I'm really craving a cheeseburger, a corn dog, and a quesadilla, and I want them all, and I also want a milkshake with 30 different things in it, and it's all like still $10 or $11.
Also talking about that, like where you can go at 4 a.m. Also the whole idea of like checkpoints in our area at least is bullshit, or if not, it's profiling, because if you really wanted to get people there drunk driving or driving under the influence of like drugs or anything, you'd put that checkpoint like in front of Cookout. at like 3 a.m. Because who's going to cook out at 3 a.m. on the weekend who isn't under the influence of something?
Exactly. Oh, you don't have them in Florida. That
But
sucks.
damn.
Yeah,
But
cooking's
it's
so good.
good. And like cookout, like the combos you get and the stuff you get for the sides and the price, it's so good. I mean, the first time I had it was like in Reidsville, North Carolina. I didn't know it was so. It started so close to where we're from, and I can't believe it took so long for us to get here.
Yeah, it's such a good time. And like you were talking about being drunk, it's like the one place where you'll see it just wrapped around the building into the actual street from people lined up waiting to go, and it's like it's worth it. Where
Yeah,
else am I going to go at 4 a.m.?
yeah. In Harrisonburg, we had when I went to JMU, we had a double drive-through cookout, and that was fun. So it
Did
would
you
just
see
go through there fast.
our new Biscuitville's a double drive-through?
Yeah, man, I'm excited for. I drive past that
Yeah.
every day. So
Yeah, I don't know if y'all Biscuitville's probably not that spread out, but it's really good.
yeah, you could just dox people by like Biscuitville was invented in our hometown.
So many things were invented in our hometown.
Fuck, do you know Jesse? Do you like Jesse Jones hot dogs?
I've had them a long time ago. Like
The
that's the
pink
red
ones?
ones. Yeah, the pink ones. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that was invented in Danville. The guy had a
What?
farm in Dry Fork, Virginia. Yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah,
That's funny
Jesse
because like
Jones hot dogs.
some of the restaurants that still serve them are in Dry Fork, like Ma Possums and stuff like that. I think they have the Jimmy Jones or whatever Jimmy.
That's Jesse Jones.
Jesse
Yeah,
Jones.
but originally originated from where we're from. Yeah,
Well, I learned something today. That's pretty cool.
yeah, that is wild.
I'm glad you guys have enjoyed our food and anime stream. It's been a
Exactly.
good time.
People of culture over here.
Yeah. I'm really hungry if you can't tell. I'm definitely gonna go get some hot dogs now.
So here, talk about back to Ted Turner real quick so we can finish this off. So Ted Turner's companies like Cartoon Network, CNN, all that stuff, Turner Broadcasting, they're all headquartered in Atlanta. So he plays a big part in Georgia. So it makes sense that he would be the one that would put these stones up in Georgia, or at least have the money to fund it, and that's where they would go. And also, like, an interesting coincidence is, if you remember from The Walking Dead, is that the CDC is located in Atlanta, Georgia. So it makes you wonder what's really going on in Georgia during the end of the world. Sounds like they're a little too prepared, and sounds like this billionaire is a little bit too involved with these little guidestones, these rules of life after everything hits the fan.
I do remember seeing the Adult Swim building in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's the reason why. So
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
so it's also where the Toonami building would have been and all that. So
Oh, the Toonami building. I would have loved to go there. I bet
See,
that's
we
got
could have
some
done-
cool stuff.
yeah.
Man. Dawson said WCW wrestling was Ted Turner, based in Atlanta.
He was. Yeah, he
Yeah.
bought it. Yeah. He also since then he like I said, he also founded CNN, which was his first first big 24-hour news channel. And they had a pre-prepared final sign-off progress in the event that the world would end, that it would be played by the last surviving employee. It was leaked by a former intern in 2009, and it's called the Turner Doomsday Video.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, you can watch it, and it's actually on the Strangest Facebook page.
Oh shit, I never saw that.
Yeah, it's actually on. Check it out.
Huh.
So, it's also going to be at the end of this video when I edit it together.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, I definitely have
Yeah.
to look that up. That sounds really, really depressing.
yeah, but it's called the Turner Doomsday Video. Is the internal title for the video. It was created with the direction of the CNN's founder Ted Turner before the network's 1980 launch, which it launched in 1980, the same time as the Guidestones, and it's performed by it's performed along with like a Christian hymn called "Nearer to My God to Thee," and it's performed by multiple members of the U.S. Army, Navy, and Air Force and Marine bands. And the recording was made right after they filmed their Star Spangled Banner video when they first signed on. So it's like, here's the sign on official. Because used to back in the day, news channels would begin with like this Star Spangled Banner and then have a sign off video. So this would have been the
Yeah,
end.
that was depressing too. Like I can't imagine just being up at night and seeing that happen.
Yeah, that's a thing.
No,
So
I remember. I know it's a little off topic. I remember when like Cartoon Network or like Nickelodeon after midnight they stopped playing cartoons.
I hated that.
I
yeah.
did too. Like it was really depressing. I'd get up in the middle of the night and like there's nothing for me to watch. I'm just like, oh, I feel like I shouldn't be up. What were we gonna say?
I was going to say, at CNN's launch, Ted Turner said, barring satellite problems, we won't be signing off until the world ends. And over the years, Ted Turner has been a little obsessed with the end of the world. So he's definitely my first choice for who was responsible for the creation of the Guidestones. Who do you think was responsible for the stones? Why do you think they did it?
That makes sense. I mean, to have the means to do it as quickly as he did it, or whoever did it, and to be, Captain Planet, very concerned with Earth's well-being and longevity. Very
Also,
well
afraid. Yeah, I was gonna say, but also, side like if Dotson's still here, there's a whole nother conspiracy theory involving this, and like a whole subculture of like this religion of Christianity that I couldn't pronounce, and it had a whole lot of words that I couldn't pronounce. I'm like, we can't stick in here, and we already had enough of that. And this now looking back at it, but it's this whole conspiracy that RC Christian or whatever is this abbreviation for this medieval version of Christianity that believes in like the end of times, and it has to do with Freemasonry and all this other stuff. So there's a whole nother twist to it if you wanted to go really deep into this conspiracy, but it goes really off the deep end at the end.
Sounds interesting though.
Yes.
If only
if you had the money to do
Freemason to interview.
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
one day.
Yeah, there you go. The guy who does the UFO encounter, he's a Mason too. Been a Mason for like 30, 40 years, something like that. So
Interesting.
yeah.
I definitely want to do a video on Freemasons one day.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Ethan's over here sweating.
Nah, also, in that video talking about conspiracy and secrets about the Guidestones, I have a video like inside the Masonic Lodge there. Like you can see the inside of the lodge and stuff because I was at like an open day to film and do whatever. So
Navi's pulling my headphones. Hold on.
okay, we can go. Sorry, you guys, for taking so long.
She's like, she didn't know what she was doing. Oh, how did you do this? She like got stuck. It was hanging down, and she like got stuck and was just like went to lay down and just pulled me down with her.
Oh, real quick, have you seen the new Bo Burnham video up on YouTube?
I watched a little bit of it, but I haven't seen all of
You
it.
didn't watch the whole thing? Come on, I thought you were a Bo Burnham fan.
It was like an hour, man. I didn't know. Was it worth watching the whole thing?
Yeah, it's definitely worth watching. It's like a whole nother thing. Like it's good.
Okay, I thought it was just gonna be like bloopers and outtakes and stuff like
It
that.
is, but he's got like songs that didn't make it, and it's got jokes and stuff in there. It's like, I mean, if you like the original, and it's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Like it's like an extended version. So
Yeah, I mean, he's a genius. Like, I think he's one of the like most creative people of our time. Like, very cool dude, funny and musically talented. Like, that's pretty crazy.
yeah, we also watched that on Friday apparently or Thursday. Shit. So
What-
we did
oh,
that.
video, yeah.
Yeah, we watched the new Bo Burnham, the Inside Outtakes or whatever it's called. Then we did, so I told you Top Gun, and then on last night we did American Psycho, which was good. Rewatched that.
I have
one,
seen
so,
that one. That's good.
Yeah, have to return some videotapes.
Yeah, be kind. Rewind.
Yeah, things
Yeah.
that don't make sense anymore.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the end of things. We can end. I'm sorry for taking so long, dude.
No, that was fun.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching this one. I'm glad everyone could hang out. Johnny, Swamp Dweller, everyone coming by. So one person that I think of that, like I mentioned, Kenneth, Chris, but Stacy, we haven't heard from in Whiteout in a long time. It's just name people
I
that
haven't
used to
seen
hang
White
out.
out in a long time. Hopefully, she's doing
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
But
literally
we
last thing I
disappeared.
heard. What?
So we disappeared for a while, so it's understandable.
We did, but the last thing I heard about Whiteout was she had COVID. I'm like, fuck. What
Oh,
if something
yikes.
happened?
Hope
Yeah,
not.
exactly. No,
This thing-
Whiteout, Stacy.
Yeah, hopefully everyone's all right, and hopefully they'll show up. It's like Johnny, like I said, I was wondering where he was, and he popped up, so that's good. It's good to see people. Really glad. But yeah, Johnny, if you're still here, definitely, if you ever get time, you should come back to YouTube. I don't know. I'm sure like everyone would like freak the hell out in a good
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
And Swan's
we
Weather,
did
keep
it.
doing what
We
you're
took a
doing.
break.
You're already, you're killing it.
Umbrella kills everything he does. So and he got his Twitter back, his main Twitter back.
Yeah.
He's making moves.
I thought it was really funny that right after Elon
Elon.
took over, Swamp got his Twitter back, and a lot of people got their Twitter back.
So does it mean you're friends with Elon? Is
Yeah.
there some
And
correlation there?
And also, right after he took over, like it was the first time I ever had a tweet go like semi-popular.
Oh,
It was
really?
like right after that happened. I was like, "What the hell were they doing?" It was like, "Were they shadow banning me?"
Maybe.
But who knows? The internet's weird. But yeah, so I hope you guys all had a great time. I had a good time. be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps us out a lot. Lets us know that you like what we're doing. And also keep an eye out for Ethan's polls, where he lets you choose the topic of the next live stream. This one was chosen. It had a pretty good majority, didn't it? Navi's doing it again.
Yeah, it did.
But
Yeah, it was bigger than I thought. I liked it because I let us still choose like ideas for us. Because I was trying to think of things to where we could have more input and more fun. Like this one, we definitely made up for having a week go by. So, but I should have the video and the Guidestones should be coming out next Sunday. That should be it. And then eventually the UFO story one. Then a few others planned along with the shorts. So we're doing shorts. Blake's doing shorts on retrograde because they're really easy to do and get the engagement, and people will actually like support them. Also like TikTok for Blake and Instagram. So check it all out.
yeah, let me link my channel. I never actually do that.
Sorry.
So no, it's my fault. I just figured.
Put
it'd
it
be
at the end of the
easier.
videos now. It's at the end of them. So,
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! Thank you. I didn't know that. Let's see. I usually watch on my phone like in portrait mode, so it doesn't show me the end cards.
We watch most of our stuff now on like the TV downstairs, like while we feed Charlie or like getting him ready for bed. So I see all the end cards for everything before it auto plays into something else.
Okay, so here's my channel if you guys want to subscribe, and be sure to subscribe to the Strangest. But it helps us out a whole lot, and we appreciate you
Just
guys
have fun.
hanging out. But
Yeah, every Sunday something goes up for the Strangest, and then Tuesday and Thursday for shorts for like retrograde, and Friday your new video coming up.
yep, it'll have Ethan in it. So
Oh,
look
there we
forward
go.
to that.
Brief cameo, 5 seconds. I laughed so good at that. It was such a good time. Good laugh. So,
Yeah, it's gonna be
fun.
it's gonna be fun. I'm excited to get it out there. I just got to put some more time into it.
I really didn't think it was coming out. I was like, the cartoons took off. I'm never gonna be in. I'm never gonna be in the video.
Well, see, I put a
So
poll out, and I was like, "Do you want my next video to cover video games or cartoons?" And it was majority video games. And
Yeah, I
I
saw
hope
that.
they don't
Yeah.
mean banned video games. I just meant video games in general. But
I mean, at least lets you test it and see, and it gives you a little break, so then you
Yeah.
don't get overwhelmed or
yeah,
burnt
'cause
out.
I was already like 75% done with it when I got the inspiration for the banned video, so I already
Yeah.
had it there. It's like it'd be a waste to not release it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, keep an eye out for that, and keep an eye out for videos on the Strangest, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah. Get excited. We love
Yeah.
you guys.
All right, so you guys all take care, and until next time, stay strange.
Stay strange, guys.
Bye, guys. Have a good one.